Takes a few seconds.
We're there now.
Oh, we're there now. We're there now. Hello, friends. We're back. Captain is running a little bit behind, so we're down one player, but he will join us shortly. Host Migration, thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate it. For those that don't know, we are sponsored by Canadian Dice, canadiandice.ca. Go there for all your dice stuff. We even have Ryan here in the game.
I bought my way in.
No, you didn't. I actually really like Ryan. True story.
He's okay.
It's totally platonic though.
Sent me a bunch of coal for Christmas.
Yeah. So go over to canadiandice.ca, buy some cool ass dice, and use the code OMRD for Old Men Rolling Dice. Get you a 10% discount, and you support the stream. You support the lovely people here. So when last we left, is there anything else we have to talk about? I don't think so. It's January. It's pretty slow in January. Yes. No,
why would you say that out loud?
What do you mean?
Why would you say that out loud? And also, the three of us are going to be in Team Drew's basement on Tuesday.
Oh, we'll talk about that at the end. That's not
okay.
No offense to Drew. I love him, but
we just do all that at the beginning. So
we'll put that at the end.
I don't know how you do your shit.
So
above my pay grade.
We're in Katapesh, and last week the party met a man claiming to be a prophet of Sarenrae, who told you that your deeds here had not gone unnoticed, not only by the people of Katapesh, but also by the Carrion King, a powerful gnoll living in the mountains, specifically Pale Mountain, and that he was organizing a large force of gnolls on the far side of Pale Mountain with the intention of coming around the mountain. He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes to put a beat down on Kelmarane and the people who liveth there.
He's just jealous.
I mean, I'm not saying he isn't. That very well could be the whole reason why. But yes, he could be jealous. So we just sort of. Oh my God! Did you see that?
What?
I'm sitting here with a bunch of rice on my shirt.
Literally nobody would have noticed if you hadn't said anything.
I put my hand on my chest. I'm like, what is that? And then I looked down. It's like a clump of rice. I did have rice for dinner, which should tell you something. I should have been expected. Anyway.
My grandmother always said your food isn't good unless you share it with your clothes.
Is that true?
I have a lot of cheese beard issues.
Yes. Caramel in the beard.
Not good.
Not good. No. Okay. So, so the prophet said that his name is Zayifid. I really should leave myself pronunciations for this. Zayifid. 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 We can give a little reminder of what he looks like. Let me pull his token up here. He's got that epic. What I want to say that his beard is kind of like a pot roast, like with the strings around it. Do you know what I'm talking
trust.
About? It's trust. Yes.
Yeah.
He has a marking on his forehead of a sort of blazing sun, which is, Sarenrae is the sun goddess, the goddess of healing and light and all that. So you're currently in the battle market with him. I think you had bought him a drink.
Oh yeah, I was mixing him a drink.
Yes, you were.
And he had relayed his story. Is it of any assistance for me to retell what he said last time, or are we good?
If you could sum up, that would be fantastic.
Well, I think I did sum up basically. Like, he's like, people have heard about you, and the Carrion King is on the backside of Pale Mountain organizing his troops.
Well, he's on the SN, so what do we care?
Well, because he'll be coming around the mountain, right? Sing it. You're all singing it. Come around that. Okay, well, maybe not.
You know, that's all nice, but like, what do you expect us to do about it? We're 6 people against an army.
He smiles. Not like a big shit-eating grin, but kind of, you know, the way maybe a grandfather smiles to their granddaughter or grandson, and says, you know, this is an opportunity for all of you to protect what you've established here. And he motions around to the market, which is, you know, shops and stalls are now opening. You basically got a little desert mall here, right? Oh, there's like all kinds of, you know, people opening up shop for the day, getting their wares out. People are coming and going. Anise is, you know, making drinks for everyone, and he says, "You wouldn't want what you've done here to go to waste, would you? I mean, in the eyes of the people of Katapesh, you've done them a great service."
And I'm looking at my friends going, it was a lucky shot.
look, we took our shot. It worked out.
Hey, we
Is
got
Alma
real
aware
lucky.
of this?
Yeah, like really lucky with your tiny ass bard.
Like the bod killed it. The bod. Nobody ever
Yeah.
says that.
No, speak of the devil. No one ever says it was because of the bard.
You know,
He says, Anise, you come to the table with drinks. Did you make just for Zayifid, or are you making it for everyone?
I'll do for everyone.
Okay.
And I don't remember. Did Alma tell us to meet him, or we were just told somebody was
Alma just said that
asking?
a stranger had arrived in town. Remember, this guy is enormously tall, like over 7 feet, and, so he's a bit strange to look at to begin with. With his, you know, with his trust beard, with his painted head, and clearly like claiming to be a prophet. And I don't mean like one of many prophets. Like, he's essentially telling you he's Saren Ray's Jesus, right? Like that he walked the deserts from Osirian to Ket and all things in between. And
Who's Moses?
yeah. And he takes a sip of Anisa's drink. What did you make him?
Ooh, I don't know.
Be as
let's just
creative
do
as you'd like.
yeah, I'm like, what do they have back then? They definitely don't have rum and Coke. They don't have Coke.
There would probably be rum here.
it's a little different. It's rum and cocaine.
Rum and cocaine. You could mix it with a
rum and
little
pesh.
pesh juice. Yeah, a
Oh,
little rum and
sugar.
pesh.
Sugar syrup from sugar cane.
Yeah.
I'm sure they make something out of the cactuses.
Do you want to say you made him something sweet or something? You know,
Something with passionate.
does it go down smooth? Does it go
Yes.
down? Yeah. Okay. He takes a drink and smiles, seemingly liking it.
Excuse me.
He says if I've misheard of your deeds, and perhaps I have, because, you know, things get twisted out there, then I apologize, and I've passed on the information as my patron has asked, and I appreciate the drink.
Is Alma aware of this
So,
threat?
no. He has not talked to Alma. When he came to town, he simply sort of started asking about all of you, and then word got to Alma that there was someone here asking about you guys while you were out looking for Dashki, and she just passed on the word that this traveler was in town looking to speak with you.
So she's sort of like the main person here, right? Like she's kind of like the mayor of the town.
Yeah, as close to someone as someone can be to that. Exactly.
I'll ask him if he's talked to Alma.
I haven't visited Alma yet. I had only arrived just at dawn today and was told that you were out on a mission for her. I left word that I would be waiting here, and I'm thankful and pleased that you came and spoke with me.
Keplin is going to recognize this guy as the holy man, and it's one holy man to another, and like I'm going to latch on to him and like kind of stay with him. It's like, where exactly are these gnolls? Like, what could we do effectively? Like, start asking those questions. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to slough them off.
Captain's
maybe it
would
asking
be
these questions, and
unindignant.
I'm just like, what does she want us to do about it? If she sent you here, what does she want us to do about it? Again, we're 6 people.
So he takes maybe some of the empty, the cutlery and empty glass here and there, and he puts one down for like, here's where Kelmarane is, and puts another one down for Pale Mountain, and I'm gonna move you if I haven't already. So on this map, what he basically tells you is that a large number of gnoll packs have gathered on this side of Pale Mountain. Can you see my ping?
Mm-hmm.
And he only knows that from rumor of talking with people and those that had encounters with gnolls. I mean, he hasn't been there to seen it, but he has a little bit of ability to augur and to divine, and everything that he tells you he believes that that these are truthful statements, that there are gnolls. He looks to all of you and says, surely you've heard of travelers coming into Kelmarane talking of gnoll attacks still. Caravans aren't going untouched. I mean, the gnoll presence is still here, even with your foothold. You've established, from what I can see, a beachhead in the region. I'm merely bringing you some information that if you wish to maintain your hold here, that perhaps the time is now before too many gnolls answer the Carrion King's call.
Do you have any kind of idea
To
of the
essentially
numbers
cut
that
the head
we're
off the
dealing with?
snake. I don't know that. It would take someone going out there and actually having a look at the mountain to know.
Well, we could
You
do
know
it.
she's going to ask us.
Well, I think that I'm not speaking as Keplin, but I'm just speaking as I think that would be reasonable for us to go do a reconnaissance, go check it out, and then maybe be the reconnaissance for a vanguard of actual like military presence to come in and sort it out. We can figure out where it is and lead them back. I mean, there's a kingdom here that's got an army, or at least she could get an army to come up and deal with it if we could figure out exactly where they are. Kind of like we did here at the town.
What's the name of Alma's number? Like her second in command, the guy who goes back and forth between here and Garavel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Garavel's currently not here, if you remember from last time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Philippe the Brave is, though.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God, the bard's here.
Yeah, thank God the
Your
bard's
fellow
here.
McBard.
And just from a recap from last session, you did experience a gnoll attack yourself, and you did find those arrows that were not of this region, which could imply that gnolls far and wide are answering the Howl of the Carrion King's
I know
call.
we took an arrow. Can we actually show it to him to see if he recognizes the clan that makes them?
He looks at that and he does not know that. He apologizes. He's not much of a. He only knows that gnolls are not to be, taken lightly, but he wouldn't know what pack or tribe that
That's
belongs
fair.
to.
That's fair.
Look, the first thing that we need to do is sleep because we've been up all night. None of us have slept yet. That needs to be the first thing that happens, and then after that we can talk to Alma and figure out from there. Because she's with Dashki right now. At least that was where I left her. So, she's going to ask us to go. It's going to be a future us problem. We might as well deal with it.
I think that's a great idea.
I'd like to get paid
Keplin's-
before I risk my
Future
life. Just
us.
putting that out there.
She said that
I feel
the
like
thing is on its way. The caravan
today.
that's got our
It's due
jewels.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we sleep, it should be here, and then we can get paid for that, and then y'all can stop worrying about that, and we can deal with the rest of this.
Maybe we can buy some more stuff for the house.
Yes.
We won't be able to show it to stream today, but
Oh no.
Artemis was kind enough to actually map out and decorate the house in a full-blown map. We all know that the DM will eventually burn it
Literally,
down,
like,
but for the
I
time being,
drew the outside of the house so that I could put it in Incarnate, so I knew what it
perfect.
looked like.
it's perfect. It's perfect.
It looked good, actually. Really good. Excellent work.
We will have that by next week for sure.
Yeah, I agree
So
with Smudge. We should go have a
Here we
rest.
can light it on fire.
he finishes his drink, and you can see kind of he really enjoyed that. He puts his cup down. He smiles at Anise.
Keplin's going to buy him another one because Keplin's probably going to stay drinking with him and talk about, holy
Keplin, you
things
need to
about the
sleep.
desert.
I thought we just got you off the sauce.
Yeah, well, you
Okay.
brought me back. That's his problem, right? Like that's his flaw. That's why he goes to the desert, because if he comes to town, he becomes a drunk. He becomes a town drunk. That's why he originally went off.
Well, he is more than willing to stay for a little while to speak with you. Are the rest of you going to
Yeah.
go and have a rest?
I mean, we should. We've been up all night.
Yeah, we need a lot.
I'm going to have a couple of drinks with him and then I'll go rest.
Zayifid stands as you're leaving and sort of bows to you again, and wishes you hopes that the sun continues to shine on your path.
Thank you. You too.
I'll tell Kiralag to keep an eye on Mr.
Oh, if Keplin's
Keplin
not
over
in
here.
bed by like an hour and a half, I'm coming back and dragging him home by the ear.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
doing.
tell
Sorry,
Kiralag to
Anise,
throw him out.
what are you telling Kirilak? To throw him
Uh,
out?
Yeah, if he gets too drunk, just grab him, toss him out. He can't fight you. He's so little.
He has this sort of raspy laugh. He doesn't like the hyena chuckle sort of going on in the back of his throat. And he says, I'll watch him. I'll watch him.
So I'm just going to sit with the guy. We'll drink and we'll talk about, the desert. And as we're
Okay.
both servants of the desert, and I'll ask him about about his religion. I'll explain how I am a druid, like a desert druid. And
Sounds like
Just
a
doing
real
like-
dry conversation.
well, it's like two guys talking about their theology, right? So that's just going to be huge. Talk about our travels, what we've seen in the desert,
Okay. Okay.
because he'd be the closest thing to me and I'd be the closest thing to him, right? So I think we'd probably have a good time talking.
Everything else, everybody else though is just going back and beginning their long rest, correct?
I'm gonna go talk to Alma before I go to bed.
Okay,
And
let's do
then-
that. Let's do that
Oh
first.
yeah, can
And I
go
will
with
drag
you?
Keplin back in an hour and a half if he's not back.
Then. Okay.
God bless you.
So
Let's check on Dashki.
okay, so Anise is
was
gonna go to the
headed
temple to check on
Yeah.
Dashki.
Yeah, I'll go with Smudge.
Yeah. So the two of you, Smudge and Anise, arrive at the Temple of Saren Ray. You find Alma sitting in a small, probably a room meant for a monk or something like that, and they've laid out Dashki on the bed. And as you come in, she's Philippedes in the hallway with one of her guards from the Packmasters, the red armor, and they step aside, of course, to let you through. And you find Alma sort of wiping Dashki's head down. There's a bowl, and she looks at you and says, "He's still." They assure me that the poison is gone, but he's still fighting off a bit of fever.
Yeah, they said that poison's pretty nasty. So
Yeah. He is the cleanest you've ever seen him, by the way. The
Probably.
priests here obviously bathed him, and they've wrapped him in some linen and put him to bed. And so the linen is clean, and he is clean. There's no strange odors in the room. Maybe a bit of maybe his shoulders are not covered, or his arms, and you can see he's very scarred, more scarred than you maybe realized.
Well, he was tortured, wasn't he?
For a very long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
By Knowles.
That makes sense. How? Well, so we spoke to Zayifid, and
Oh,
he did not bring good news
the
because
stranger.
they never do when they show up like that. And
You need to go somewhere. Maybe.
well, that's sort of up to you at this point because, and then I just word vomit everything that he told us to her, and then let her know what's going on, let her know the
Okay.
situation. I would suggest that you send a runner to catch up with get what is it? Garavel.
Garavel. Hmm?
And maybe see if he can get some extra help from Katapesh because it sounds like you might need it down the road. So that might be something to look into.
She's expressionless at the word that you give her. Obviously overwhelmed at this point.
I
With
know it's been a really busy 45 minutes. I'm sorry.
with the organization of the town at hand, with what's happened with Dashki. This just kind of, it's not that it's not that she doesn't hear you or she's dismissive of it, but you can just tell that she's now, her plate is so very full and the wheels are turning in her head.
I'd offered to help, but I'm already somebody else's assistant, so I can't help you.
Says all right, I'll we'll have to fortify the defenses here. That's,
It just might help down the road is all. But
I assume that the three jaws were not.
we don't know. We didn't find the
They're
rest
all
of them yet.
dead.
They're not
Pretty
all
sure.
dead. We just don't know where the rest of them
Most
are.
of them are dead.
She looks at that and
They are definitely in a bad way, that's for sure. But we didn't find the rest of them yet. We found Dashki and thought it best to get him back here first. So
with that, another person arrives at the doorway. A man wearing the sort of the holy garb of Saren Ray. He has a holy symbol, and a very long beard and full mustache, long hair. And Alma introduces him as Volus, sort of the current high cleric here at the Temple of Saren Ray.
we would have met him, right? Because we've been kind of in and out of town.
He's relatively new here, but he hasn't been here for the entire year.
Okay.
And you've maybe never had a formal introduction, but yeah. He comes in and he smiles at you guys, and Alma says that she can't stay with Dashki, that something else has arisen and she needs to go and take care of it immediately. And would Volus be so kind as to make sure Dashki's care continues, and she'll take care of any sort of spell casting or potions that need to be used in this regard. And he smiles and nods. He doesn't say anything. And he takes her hand and sort of holds it for a moment, and then she leaves the room, and she stops, turns back in, and looks at the two of you and says, "Thank you again," and then she moves on her way.
We'll come see you after we sleep.
Volus comes over and puts his hand on Dashki's head.
I look at Volus and say, "Can anything be done for him?"
He looks at you and says, the poison of the night scorpion is strong. Maybe if we had reached him sooner. There are perhaps priests in Katapesh that could restore the damage that has been done, but these services are not cheap, unfortunately.
Understand. Just do what you can, I guess, at this point.
Okay. Maybe if you and Anise can give me a insight check. Anise crushes it with a 1.
I don't know why
Yeah.
advantage is turned on. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We always take the left if that happens. No problem. Okay, so yeah, he wipes Dashki's head down one last time, and then he departs.
Okay.
And the two of you are left alone, either
I just sort of like
inside or outside the doorway.
I sort of inspect Dashki. Can I like I don't know, do a medicine check or something like that?
Yeah.
See if he's lucid at all.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
14.
Yeah. So from what you can tell, he is warm. He definitely has some kind of a fever or something happening, and but he's not. When you found him, he was sort of like moaning and like he seems much more. His breathing seems regular. Yeah. He seems on his way to recovery physically, at least.
All right, not that I think that this is gonna help, but can I use can I play a song of rest for him?
Yeah, if you'd like
As a
to stay
bard?
by his bedside for the duration of a short rest.
Which is what, an hour?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
You don't have to stay, Niece. It's alright. I'll come home. I can check on Keplin on my way back.
Do you want the group doctor to take a look at him here?
Ooh, I
You're
would
in
like to
bed.
listen to your
Oh.
song. I would like to listen to your song. I would also like to pray for him. I'll pull out my little symbol of Seren Ray, the one that I found somewhere.
Yep.
Know how I have it. Oh, Seren Ray, please protect this man. Help him recover. I'm going to borrow his sword for now.
Which,
Please
by the way, I
let
put
him-
in your inventory if you didn't check it already.
Okay, I took the scimitar.
Yes.
Smudge is
Anyways,
just like, oh my god.
I will just be borrowing it for a little bit. If he dies, I'll keep it. That's fine. And if he doesn't, I'll keep it anyway. But please help him recover.
That was very nice, Denise. I think.
Thank you. Can I
So,
listen to
Hands
you?
down, the most touching
sing?
prayer ever heard by anyone.
So listen, Gellhenk and Bingo, you guys get back, and as well as you're there. You're there as well, aren't you?
Shazzy went back to the house.
Affy,
right?
you went back, right? Shazzy, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the three of you get back, and the house is as you left it. Like it hasn't been disturbed or anything like that.
I wiggle
each-
my toes into our snakeskin carpet.
Yes.
Very nice.
So you each head off to bed. Everyone has separate rooms. I'm correct in that,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes, that's what you said. That's why I designed it that way.
Yes.
I'm doing my evening, rituals and stuff. But if
Yeah.
it gets to that hour and a half mark, even if I've got like a face full of moisturizer and I'm in my
And curlers.
bathrobe and slippers, I'm
You're-
shuffling back to the
you're
battle
going-
market and grabbing
I love
Keplin
it.
by the ear.
Hey, Bingo, could you give me a perception check for?
Oh, dear lord.
Sure. I don't like how you asked for that, but where's my character? Perception. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. So you're quick. Does Bingo even wash up before heading to bed? Did he just crash right into bed?
No, I just dive right in.
Yeah.
Just
He
face
doesn't
plant right into
bathe.
bed.
We're gonna have to knock him unconscious like Dashki.
So
Yeah,
it occurs
I
to
sleep
you.
like Donald Duck too. No bottoms with a top.
It occurs to you that like as you're lying there, someone has slid into bed next to you.
Oh, okay.
Or like you didn't hear the door or anything like that.
I'll play this game. Is it dark?
No, it's not dark. It's daytime.
No.
Usually, like there's probably like some silk
Like 2 hours after
window
sunrise.
dressings or something just to keep the sand out. But like, yeah,
Some blackout curtains.
I don't know. That would be up to you, my man.
Okay, so there's someone in bed with me.
Someone has crawled incredibly close, and you sense the warmth of skin, not a lot of clothing.
Now, am I already asleep at this point? Like,
You crawled into bed, and you feel like you're just sort of waking up to this. You don't even know how long it's been, but you're still very tired.
oh god, Gellhenk, I've been waiting for this for so long. I reach out.
Okay. And the response is that she has as well, and it would sound like Gellhenk's beside you.
I rip off what's left.
So
I keep the sailor hat because the ladies like it.
you quickly scramble to do all that, and an arm sort of reaches around. A very strong arm reaches around you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I've been waiting for this. I go mega halfling.
Oh my god.
No? Okay, so this massive body, and at which point the bed breaks.
Yep.
So like you go and boom, the bed crashes down. Can I have Gellhenk and Shazzy both make a perception check at disadvantage to see if you hear a commotion from his bedroom?
Sorry. 9. I am still awake since I haven't gone to get Keplin yet. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I'll take your first roll then. That's
Okay.
true. I hadn't thought of that. So Gellhenk is unaware, or maybe she is well aware. But Shazzy, yeah, you hear a bed, or you hear some kind of a crash from Bingo's room.
Now that takes me back, but it doesn't make sense where it's coming from.
So Bingo, you feel like you've grown big, but you also like this green, half orc arm comes over you and kind of holds you in place. Even with your additional strength, they're obviously very strong.
I'm extremely turned on.
So she leans in, and you feel her tusks against the side of your face and ear, and she says,
Describe the smell for me. Paint me a word picture here.
Considering
Please
we
don't.
were out in the desert for
Please
2
don't.
days and nobody's bathed yet.
she
Again,
says
ladies
to
and gentlemen,
you,
we there must be full consent at all times to consenting adults.
she
feel
says
like
to
I'm
Yes
you,
is yes and no means no.
I feel like I'm getting pinned down here.
This is now an 18+ stream.
Yeah.
Children go to bed.
It always has been, thank God.
she leans in and she says to you, they buried it,
I immediately know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And I look to the wall where I have this like nice weapon rack I've gotten made that would
Mhm.
fit the scimitar, but it's just
Yeah.
empty.
Okay. Gellhenk looks at it too. She goes, I know.
Okay, we can talk about that later.
No. The
Got something
prize
else to bury.
the prize comes. The prize and everything is just draped in such a way that everything is covered, that you're not getting the show you necessarily were hoping for. But she says to you, once you have it back, you know,
I'll let you slip your sword into my scabbard.
once we have the sword back, this will be our reward.
Where is it?
Do you remember when you had that stuff that leaked out of your ear?
Yeah.
That can help you find it. You need to go back and talk to Zastoran.
Okay. I straight up Daffy Duck half naked out the window, and I go looking for Zastoran.
Oh no.
It's
At
the
this
middle
point,
of the
I'm knocking
day.
on the door.
So you're knocking on the door? Okay. You can
Bingo?
hear Bingo like going like, Zastoran, yes, I'll go see Zastoran. Right now I'll go.
Bingo. Hello?
Give me a perception check, Bingo.
Our fighters possessed, our druid is drunk, and everybody else is asleep.
No, and our rangers and curlers and face cream, pink with a big pink robe and fuzzy slippers.
That too.
Shazzy, he does not react to your knocking. And you hear him getting up and like it sounds like wood, like he's kicking debris about. Yeah.
I pick up my arrow
Oh,
and
that's
bow and kick the door in.
Kick the door in? So really forcefully kick the door in? Like police raid kick the door in?
Yes, with their
more
fuzzy
or
slippers, a
less.
door kicking.
So
Plus
you boot
Or like shoulder into it.
so you see Bingo. His bed shattered on the ground. He is in giant form. He is unclothed, I think. Are we totally naked, Ryan? Your call.
No, I just have a
He
shirt
said
on.
Daffy
No, I
Duck.
didn't
He
think
said
I
he's
took the
going
shirt
full
off,
Daffy
yeah.
Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can only mean one thing.
Full sword.
I didn't know you were a tripod.
At this point, as the door bursts open and you bust in, you wake up there, Bingo.
Bingo, what the fuck are you doing?
You wake up and you're naked,
Why
standing
are
in
you
front
big
of
and
Shazzy.
naked?
Half out the window.
Your bed broke in your dream, and it's broken there. Gellhenk's not in the room with you anymore. She's gone.
Must have went out the window.
What?
I
Who
get
went
it.
out the window?
Didn't want to get caught.
What are you?
Huh?
Bingo. What are you do? Put some goddamn pants on.
Okay. I like wrap a towel around me or something.
I really didn't need like Hulk halfling
But like
in my
the towel
face
is like
just now.
halfling size, so it's like way too small.
The towel's halfling size and you're
Yeah.
ogre size.
Yeah, it's like
Exactly.
I'm kind of peeking out the front a little bit.
What the hell just happened? Why is your bed broke?
I think I was just having a good dream.
A good dream where you're naked and big.
Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You like what you see?
Bigger than I thought, admittedly.
Admittedly.
Even with your giantness. I'm gonna...
I was too bad my head's like touching the ceiling in this room, right? At that size.
Yeah, absolutely. Gellhenk, give me another perception check. At disadvantage, because you're out cold sleeping. But, like, I think your room is adjacent to Bingo's, according to the previous map. So.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's... It is.
Airwall.
Yeah, you're just sleeping like a log. You're out cold.
Are you okay, Bingo?
Oh, I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm great.
Now, but you weren't before?
Nice slippers, by the way.
Thank you. They're a present from my niece. I kind of wiggle my feet in my bunny slippers.
Yeah, it's a good look for you.
Yeah, they're made out of
I
real
want
rabbits.
to. I was gonna say I want to imagine taxidermied bunny
That's
heads.
exactly what they are. One of them is missing an eye, and it's just got like a cross that's like sewn in, and
Yes.
the ears are kind of like flopping because rigor mortis is long gone, and there's no bones in
Yep.
there.
Nope. It's all wired up now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is my survival course all over
Oh,
again.
we'll move from that. We'll move from that awkward confrontation to. Let's go to Keplin in the bar.
So I'm talking with the guy. We're talking about things we've seen in the desert. I'm probably
Yeah.
telling about how I've tamed some goats and became I haven't tamed them, but became friends with them. And
Goats or are you
what are those things called again?
Calipus? The
Yeah,
info?
I made friends with the Katapesh and all that good stuff. Telling about my
Okay.
good friend Ferris and how he's left me and gone off to raise a family, and I wish him well. And
Okay.
how my cactuses are growing quite nicely, and now I'm seeing that the desert's starting to come back to its own, at least in the areas that we worked. But there's still a lot of issues. I'm going to tell them about how we found those gnolls that were killed that had actually made a pact to keep the city to stay on their side of the river, and we stay on theirs. It was like a neutrality pact, like they weren't friends, but they weren't enemies. And I'm just going to tell them what we found. I'm just going to tell them all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So give me an insight check.
Sure.
Heads up, everybody. This is about to go pear-shaped real quick.
There, I got 20.
24. Holy crap, dude. So listen, as you're talking on and on and on, you begin to very quickly realize that this is a very one-sided conversation. He's not saying a whole lot back to you.
Well,
He's nodding. He's nodding and he's smiling and he's having a drink with you. But whereas you're giving all these stories of like the wilderness and traveling and the animal, the flora and fauna on the way, and he hasn't he has not given any sort of story back or anything like that.
So tell me the wonders you've seen, my friend. Enough of me blabbering. Clearly, I've been in my pints too much. Tell me what you've seen.
Have you been to Assyria?
No, I have not. Tell me all about it, please.
So he relates to you a tale of a number of pyramids that line the desert there to mark the burial chambers of the pharaohs that have resided over the country of Assyria, and goes so far as to say that he's actually climbed one.
Really? So I'm going to focus on these
pyramids.
And
with your very high insight check, you don't feel he's lying to you.
Good. What I'm going to try to figure out is, would these be the pyramids that we had seen during that thunderstorm? That's what I'm going to ask him about. I'm just going to keep pushing the questions, like what color were they? How do they look?
Yeah, there's nothing that sort of tied the two of them together.
So they wouldn't match up, eh? No. I'm going to ask him about that. Have you ever heard tales of in the thunder and like late at night during desert storms, that pyramids would appear then disappear? Surely in your travels you've heard of these such wonders.
He says that he hasn't heard of anyone like having an experience like that, and he questions a little bit like, when did that happen? When did that occur?
Oh, a few months ago. But have you not heard any? Do you not know of any tales of this, of wonder about such things? Like maybe I was just in my pints, and as I hold it up, I fear, my friend, I have a weakness for this. Could that be it? Or have you heard such tales, or have you heard stories from others of your kind in your travels about such wonders?
He says that he has not. He is not. That although he has seen the pyramids in the north and climbed them, and just sort of tells you a little bit just about what he's learned about them, and it's nothing earth shattering. But no, he hasn't heard of anyone seeing visions of pyramids, and he has a bit of a concerned look on his face. And you read it as just sort of he literally has no clue. He has no frame of reference to what you're talking about.
So while I'm talking to him, because I'm already drunk, but I'm gonna kind of lean into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the old like touch the guy, but I
Okay.
want to touch something like like, are you sure? Like as I touch it, I'm looking to touch some of his skin to see whether he's cold or warm.
Oh, okay.
And what do I find when I touch him? Just I'm not like just kind of like not a groping, but just just oh come on, you must have heard something. As I touch him, I'm gonna try to like touch his hand or touch his arm or somewhere there's
Okay,
exposed skin to see if I feel.
give me a perception check.
Okay, this will blow it. Perception. 10.
10? Yeah.
Is he hot? Is he cold?
No, you didn't notice anything. Nothing strikes you as unusual. However, he does recoil from your touch, like he's uncomfortable by that.
Oh, it's okay. I'd expect he would be, but sorry. Little again in my pints. I get a little touchy. I apologize.
I'm gonna say with you, your perception wasn't high. Your perception didn't read anything like strange about his skin or anything like that. But with an insight of 24, you feel like the recoil was a little too
recoily. Yeah.
Well, it was just immediate. Like, yeah, very uncomfortable with you putting a hand on him. In fact, so much that he stands up then and says, I hope you and your friends consider the Carrion King to be a threat to everything you've built here, and hopefully you take matters into your own hands to protect what you've established.
Oh, absolutely. Where are you going? Quick, the night's still young. Please. Bring us
No,
some more pints. Call, please. One more. You have to have one more. Please. I will not. I can't have you. I can't have you leave. I can't have you. Please, one more.
The Knoll bartender's like, hey.
One more round for he and I.
No. Your friends told me you're cut off.
Kick them out.
Am I heading in around that time?
Not
yet. Not yet. Drill.
I have an hour and a half until my friends are coming to get me. You bring me those damn pints.
You clearly had enough.
You bring me those damn pints now, Mr. Man. That'll be a cold. You're lucky I'll let you stay in this desert. It'll be a cold day in hell before I listen to some little hyena laughy guy. Doesn't even have anyone to go out and live in the desert like a real jackal that you are. Get me those damn pints from me, my friend. Before I come over this table and give your ass. Again, coming from a guy that's 3 feet tall.
You begin
the drunkard rant.
You begin the drunkard rant. Zayifid leaves while you're like bitching out the bartender.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking. Come back.
You see him leave it. He leaves the battle market.
I leap off my booster seat and run after him. Come back.
Okay. All right.
And while I'm chasing him, I look back and I'm going to go.
The Knoll's like shaking his head.
This little guy is now a little 3-foot guy scurrying after the. Oh wait! After the 7-foot. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on, come back.
Yeah. So as you come out the door, you see him, but he's made an enormous amount of distance between you in the short time that he's left. Like he's well down the road now.
Yeah.
He's a sucky.
Which direction is he going?
He's walking down the Kelmarane has that sort of winding road that wraps down around the hill. So he's just making his way down that wrapping, winding road.
Perfect. The second he gets out of view, I immediately transform myself into a cat and I chase after him.
Okay. Okay.
God, now we have a drunk cat running around town.
I'm not that drunk. It's only haven't been here long enough, so I'm gonna go after him now.
He's gonna get lost or something. This is not good.
Okay.
No,
listen.
I'm gonna chase after him.
You from a distance trail Zayifid down, and he walks out of town as if he's heading towards the tradeway out down the road that leads that way through the Pesh fields.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not been long out of town. He takes sort of a quick glance around, and he's off the trail into the Pesh.
Which direction?
I don't know. Pick a direction. It doesn't matter.
I'm looking to see if he's heading towards where he told us the Knolls are.
No, not particularly.
I'm gonna just chase after him as a cat. Okay. I can stalk and everything.
Yeah. So give me a survival check, please.
Absolutely. Oh my god, that was just pretty damn awful.
Okay, so you lose sight of them in the pesh, all the cacti and that. I mean, you're a cat, you're at low level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you finally wind around a corner, you see a very tall man, not Zayifid, standing amongst the pesh.
Mm-hmm.
He looks back. He's looking back at Kelmarane,
Mm-hmm.
and then he flies away.
Since I'm in cat form, does he smell? Does he have the same scent as the guy I was chasing?
Duke, I need to know if we'll have to check if cats get advantage on a roll like that.
I don't know. I'm just asking because
You see, I got the cat
if
stat
not,
block.
I'll
up.
transform myself into a fox. So I
Nope.
can do this twice.
Cats have keen smell, so you can give me a perception check with advantage to see if you think that this is Zayifid.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that. Since
Well,
my
it's with
perception was-
advantage. That's only a 5, so give me a second perception roll because you're going to take the highest of the two.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, you think it is.
What I thought. That was the Bloody King. That was the.
You see sort of almost like a tornado form around his lower half as he flies away. There's like a whipping of wind and sand, and off he goes.
He's a genie. Okay, perfect. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. On my little furry legs, I run back as fast as I can to get back to tell my friends that who we thought that guy was is not who we thought that guy was.
Okay, so you get back and you find Shazzy outside of the battle market talking to Kurlik the Knoll, and the Knoll's like, he went down that way. I don't know where he went. I'm not his babysitter.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Why do
I
we
immediately-
hire you? And I'm like,
I immediately I come up to her as a cat, then immediately turn to back into myself, and I go, "I need to talk to you because you won't believe what I have to tell you."
why were you
Nice
a cat?
and before I say anything, nice slippers.
Thank you. They were a gift from a niece.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You turn around and Anise and I are standing
I'm
there.
gonna say yes. I'm even gonna say let's say
Jeez
Anise and Smudge arrive as well. But we're gonna leave that for a moment and jump back to the house. And Gellhenk, you wake up. You've heard some kind of a commotion from the little guy's room. It sounds like choking.
I guess I'm gonna go over there and see if I can help choke him out.
So you walk over there and you open the door and you find him hacking up. He's got a bowl in front of him, like a wash basin, and he's hacking into it all this green stuff.
Does this look like ooze that I saw on him previously?
Yeah, it does. It looks similar to that.
Even though he's probably on all fours, like throwing up this ooze, I'm gonna go over to him and shake him and say, "What did you do?"
Oh, we'll say like he's got the bowl on a little side table, and he's like leaned onto the side table.
Is he still big?
Driving the porcelain bus.
He's not big. He's
Okay.
not big.
Only lasts for a minute.
He's
Oh,
not
okay.
big.
1 good minute. That's what I got in me.
I'll try.
So you say what did you do? He turns around and says he says to you, they took it from me. You know that, right? They hid it in the sands. They took it from you.
They sure did. Where in the sands would it be?
He says, I can't tell you, but I found it.
Did you take it with you, or did you leave it in the sands?
He points to the hooks on the wall where it's supposed to hang. That's still empty. He's like, no. He goes, you know who did it, right?
Oh, I got a seeking suspicion who did it.
Yeah. They don't understand where you and I came from.
It's true. They don't. They don't know
No.
our struggle.
No, I mean, you have the axe now. If I could have the sword, the two of us, unstoppable. Am I right?
I mean, a little more so me, but you might have a point.
He smiles. He smiles and sort of nods. Maybe. But if I could have that sword, I mean, I could almost be your equal.
Don't get too wild there now. Don't get hungry with the power. I'm starting to think maybe this is a bad idea. You're getting a little jazzed up, but
Okay, I'm getting excited. I admit, I'm getting excited.
have that power.
Maybe too excited. I apologize.
I definitely want to know more, though. If you want to bring me along, I trust you. I will definitely not tell the rest.
Well, listen. I've tucked a little something under your bed. And when the others get back, if you could just administer that, that would keep them asleep long enough that I could go and get the sword.
Okay.
You know the one, you know the two to give it to, right?
Yeah.
Don't give it to Keplin. Keplin won't care.
He's also small. I could probably hide him in my pocket if I needed to.
Yeah, and he's probably drunk by now.
Good point. Okay.
Okay. And he comes over and hugs your leg.
Okay, that's too much. Get off.
And with that, you wake up and like the blankets are tied really tight around your one leg. Like you've rolled over too many times. And you like
very strange dream.
So the four of us with Keplin, well, the three of us, the Knoll's there too.
I'm putting a bail on both of you. I don't give a shit.
You've been threatening that for a year now.
Listen to me. Listen.
What? You're drunk.
Listen.
Are you drunk?
No, you've got to listen. I know that you guys know that normally I'm wrong, and normally I'm out to lunch on things. Normally I fuck stuff up. I'm the one that gets beat up by monkeys.
Yeah.
I got half eaten by a snake. I know this.
Agreed.
But you gotta listen to me. Listen. Okay.
Take a breath before you continue here, because you're a little excited.
I kind of like that. I'm
the
like
kitty Zoomies kind of like carried over.
You can tell.
You guys, what was that guy from like?
Kurlek just
I'm
pats
like
you guys on the shoulder.
He's like Leo Getz
shoulder,
from
wishes you the
Lethal
best. And he goes back into the battle market. He's like, "Good luck with
Kurlek.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. See you.
I'm still kicking his ass. I'm gonna kick his.
Let's
listen,
walk and talk. Let's walk and talk.
So he's kind of doing his best, like Leo Getz from Lethal Weapon. Like,
Fuck you with the cell phones. They fuck you with the drive-through.
Yeah, he fucked me at the bar. I'll kick his ass. Anyway, you know that priest that we thought was like this great big cool guy that was like this messenger?
Oh yeah, he was
we
totally
literally just met like an hour and a half ago.
He's literally not who he says he is.
Well, there's a shocker.
Dude, he's either with the Carrion King or he is the Carrion King. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually a genie. Here's what happened. I start talking. I realize I'm the only one talking. I know, not a big shocker, but then I realize, why isn't he talking? So I start asking him questions, and he doesn't really want to answer basic questions about where have you been, what have you seen. I kind of touch him, and he's not hot or he's not cold. He doesn't feel like anything. He abruptly leaves. So I follow him out after I pretend that I'm more drunk than I actually am. And I follow him. I change into a cat so he can't find me. I follow him out in the desert. He transforms and whirlwinds himself out of here. Dude is not who he says he is.
What?
Trust me on this.
Wait, whirlwinds?
Yes, whirlwind, like a spinny whirlwind. And that's how he leaves. That's why I think he either is a genie or he's the actual Carrion King or works for him.
He's the whole,
Where
like
did
his whole
you touch
body?
him?
Like, listen, whirlwind around like his legs, and he kind of like just took off. I couldn't catch him, but he totally transformed.
Does that sound familiar to you?
With my fancy
especially
book.
since you read that book, yeah.
Oh, well, give me a roll with advantage. History advantage.
Oh,
And
forgot to press the
maybe if Smudge and Anise could give me insight.
Sure.
So 18.
He's just drunk.
Okay.
17.
So yeah, Anise, that about hits the nail on the head. You're like, he's drunk. And Smudge, you're like, Keplin's never really lied
He's a little-
before.
Yeah.
And
a little
I think yeah. So on a very wide, broad, general scale here, Shazzy. Yes, when Jin like, if an Ifrit flies, he like leaves a trail of flame behind him, and if a Jin flies, sort of leaves a wind trail behind him.
Did he change color at all?
He changed completely. He went from being what he looked like to like a tall, dark man, and then did the whirlwind thing on. Look, I know I've had a couple of beers, but I'm not, and I know I'm a little tipsy, but I'm not drunk. I didn't imagine any of this. I'm still have all my faculties. I maybe shouldn't be out like riding camels in the desert or stuff like that, but I'm telling
Don't drive drunk. It's not a good look.
whatever the D&D version of I shouldn't be behind a vehicle, but I got all my faculties.
Okay, well,
I'm
listen. He spouts this off all the way home, and you guys arrive home shortly. Gellhenk, are you doing anything after being woken from the dream?
I want to check under my bed since everything seems very weird, and I just want to make sure there's nothing under there.
Okay, you reach under sort of blind, and your hand touches something cold and metallic. It's like an orb, but it has like a base or something on it. And you pull it out, and it's basically looks like a silver chalice with a round lid. So it looks like an orb on top of a stand. Does that make sense? And you can there's a handle on the top, like you could lift the lid off.
Okay. I'm gonna hide that, and I want to go and see if Bingo's in his room.
Okay. Do you do that quietly, or are you loud about it?
I'm just gonna act like nothing's happening. Nobody knows there's anything weird going on, so I'm just gonna walk over to his room. Maybe it's all
Okay.
prank. I don't know.
Okay. And you stick your head in?
Yeah. Hey, boy. I gotta talk to you about something.
Yeah. When you look in, the room is much different than you remember it. There is no basin where where he could spit up green stuff. There's nothing like that in the room. And his bed is broken.
Is he inside, though?
Yeah, Bingo, you're there. Gellhenk has woken you up for the second time tonight.
Oh, for round 2?
I shake him a little bit so he wakes up. What the hell did you just do to me when I was sleeping?
I swear this time I didn't do anything.
This time?
This
Okay,
time.
gonna pass by that for now. I just found some weird stuff in my room, and I had a weird dream where you told me to use said stuff.
What kind of stuff? What are you talking about?
Don't play coy with me, boy. I know that you're putting weird stuff in my room. You're tying stuff around my leg. I don't like you poking around in there while I'm not conscious.
I didn't put anything in your room. I left you. Never mind. Don't worry about that. But I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
I've been checking my walls. I know that there's little holes in them. I know you're peeping on me.
Okay, I filled those after you noticed.
Whatever. Pretend like I didn't say anything if you're gonna play stupid.
What are you
I knew I
talking?
should have separated them in the house.
Show me what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got a big mouth on you. I don't know if I should be telling you anything, especially if you're acting weird. What happened to your bed?
I was having a sexy dream, and And I got big.
And I got big.
That just happens.
Oh,
Baby, don't hurt me.
I might need a new bed, but maybe I'll get a bigger bed so if that happens again, it doesn't break. But anyways, that's besides the point. Can you show me what we're talking about?
You stay here. I'll bring it to you. People are gonna think something's odd if I'm bringing you into my bedroom. That would never happen.
Fair enough.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
You go and get it.
This is
Okay.
like D&D's version of Night at the Rocks.
You bring it back to him?
hurt me inside.
So there is this chalice like you fit your whole hand around the stem of it, and then it flares out to sit on the table, and then comes up just like a chalice would, but it has a lid on top, and there's a little place to handle. It's not very ornate. There is some etchings in sort of a floral pattern over the whole thing.
She's brought it in.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. What is it?
I don't know, but in my dream, you told me to drug a couple of our members of the house with it.
And just totally ignoring the second part of that sentence, I said,
With that, you hear a door open downstairs as they come in, and Keplin is like on fire, just beep, 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 beep.
Really, do you believe it? Tell me you believe me. You
I
gotta
believe
me.
you for the fourth time since
Oh,
you
Jesus
first said it.
You
I
don't look
believe
like you
you.
believe me.
Here,
You look like you doubt me,
Keplin.
but you gotta
I
believe me.
believe you. Look,
Keplin, come with me for a second, and like I just grab him by the ear, don't give him the chance, and drag him
Hey,
into
what-
like
what-
the office
why you
that I
gotta hurt
had
me?
set up in the first floor
So
down there.
you can hear all this commotion going on downstairs. What are the two of you upstairs?
So,
Uh,
as soon as she says, "In my dream," I did not hear the second part of that sentence, and I just like my eyes go wide and go, "You were dreaming about me?"
I shouldn't have even brought you this. Oh my god, I shouldn't have asked anything. Never mind. You're not gonna
Hold
help
on,
me.
hold
You're
on.
creepy.
Can I see? Can I look? See what's in it? Have you looked? Have you looked inside?
Yeah, but you should definitely look at it and have your face near the top of the bottle when you open it.
Okay, whatever you say. I'm gonna lift or unscrew or however it works. I'm
yeah,
gonna try-
it just lifts off. There's a little bit of a rim there that it just lifts off of, and inside it's been packed with sort of a purpley blue cloth, and there are 4 ampules inside.
I'm like,
What's an ampule?
that's
Like a little glass vial,
Okay.
and
thanks.
it would have a little lid that's secured in place.
so like 4
I was gonna
doses.
say, you got one there?
4 doses exactly.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah, that.
Apparently
yeah,
it's Spanish fly.
it was purple. You said?
No, it's a dark color. I mean, do you pull one out and hold it up to the sun?
Sure.
Yeah, you hold it up to the light, and it's almost opaque, and it's like either a dark brown or black color.
Does it look like the did I see the poison on Dashki?
No,
Okay. Because I tried to suck it out of Dashki. I would know what it smells like, correct?
yes, I will say yes that you could smell the poison on the wound. Sure,
Okay, so I will
it's a
unstop
stretch,
her.
but I'm gonna go with it.
Okay, I will carefully unstop her and give it the old waft.
It has a very strong odor, and it immediately makes you recoil as it just assaults your senses. It is not what you smelt before, but whatever is in that ampule is horrible, horrible.
Does it smell like medicinal?
No, it almost smells acidic.
Is it similar to that goop I saw before?
No.
The smell? No. Okay.
You've never encountered anything like this.
Okay. I will put the stopper back on as well. I will place it back in the thing. I don't know what the hell this is.
In my dream, you told me to give it to 2 people to help them go to sleep.
that sounds like a you problem because I'm not making you dream. Are you having thoughts of poisoning the rest of the group?
You're the one that
That-
told me this.
don't
and you're
answer
the
that.
one put
Let's
the
go back
black one in
downstairs.
my bed.
Let's go back downstairs. So Smudge, you drag Keplin into.
It's like the office. It's like the office that we have set up. I
Okay.
drag him in there, and as best
you
as I
people are
can,
hurting me.
just
Well, you
shut
people are hurting.
up for a minute, Keplin. For crying out loud,
If you let go of my ear, I'll stop talking.
I let go of your ear, and as best as I can, I draw what Keplin saw. Like make him give me as detailed of a description as his drunk ass can give me, and draw what he saw.
I'm not drunk. I'm tipsy for the last time.
Okay.
Sure,
Give me,
we'll go with that.
give
that
me a
Damn friggin'
either a
jackal would have brought me my
performance-
pints. It would have been different.
either a performance check, or if you have art tool proficiency, you can roll that.
Well, I have forgery proficiency.
Yeah, the performance is enough. You're proficient in that as well,
Okay,
and it would be
well,
the same. It would be the same check.
Okay.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So you draw a guy. Actually, Keplin, I've opened a thing in your hand.
Oh, wait, I have inspiration. Can I do that again then? See if I
Yeah,
can
sure.
do better.
Spend your inspiration. But Keplin, I did open a thing in
Not
handout.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll show you this picture. This is how Keplin describes him for you.
Where's the picture? I don't see it.
It should come up for everybody now. Did it come up for everyone?
No,
Maybe
I'm not
not.
seeing it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I have to hit the show the player button maybe.
Mhm.
Oh, it's not giving me a show the player button. No,
Yeah, I don't see
Uh,
it in.
It's under. If you go to handouts,
it is in handouts. I labeled it Zayifid and a whole bunch of questions.
Oh, okay, there it is. Ugh. Okay, well that's fun.
So this is the person.
And you said he's
that
very tall.
very tall.
Okay,
You can give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
sure, because this goes so well for me.
Bard.
I am on
Yeah.
fire tonight, you guys.
Yep, that's great. That's fine.
Okay, well, this doesn't mean anything to me, but I know Shazzy's been looking into the Jane, so maybe she'll have some kind of idea. And then I go and find Shazzy very quietly, like
Okay.
normal, because it's
Okay.
funny.
And in my calmest voice, thank you for making the sketch.
Go
Okay.
to bed.
Yes, ma'am. I go straight to my room now. I'll let you guys
Okay.
decipher
So
it.
as you reach your room,
But just to get to my room, do I turn? But I'm kicking the crap out of that jackal tomorrow
Let's
for denying me
go
my
to
pint.
bed.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm going to bed.
Keplin, you stumble off to your bed, and you open the door, and you start getting ready to climb into bed, and you feel like you're being watched.
Really? Okay. I think I have something for that. No, I don't. Okay.
You want to take a
You
look
know what
around?
I do? I just take a look around. Look
Yeah.
up first.
No. Your eyes immediately you have a window in your bedchamber, and there is a monkey sitting in the corner of it, a baboon to be exact.
You son of a bitch. This guy.
As you say, as you go, you son of a bitch. He's like,
Bitch.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
I take a step, like I kind of do that Clint Eastwood thing, like kind of
Yeah,
reach for my mace. I look at him like, and take a step forward, like
yeah. He
hands to my side, like we're gonna
he
draw.
immediately he lets out a screech and jumps for a nearby tree or something outside the house, and he's scurrying away. And that's where we'll take our pause for our break, and we'll come back and dream of monkeys.
Hello, we have returned.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, so listen. Everyone has their long rest.
Can I do one
Yay.
thing?
What's that? Yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to attune to the scimitar?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll just look at it. No, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
we
hold
went
it
to
and go to
sleep
sleep.
at a weird kind of time, so we're kind of waking up in the evening.
Yeah, the sun has just gone down. It's sort of twilight in the valley, but
Okay.
everyone's feeling rested.
I'm gonna put on like the nicest clothes I have, which is
Yeah.
probably not saying much.
Mhm.
I'm gonna like actually wash up a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna slick my hair back,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go and knock on Gellhenk's door.
Hello,
Yes.
baby.
Would you be interested in joining me for a dinner date?
I guess I gotta eat, so.
And I have this like
Okay.
shitty little flower tucked into my little pocket.
No weird ideas, though. Food only. Maybe one dance, but food only.
So I'm gonna say to the group, we're going out for dinner. You guys,
Sure, whatever you call it.
All right, we'll see
Dinner.
you at the battle market later, because that's like the only place to go eat here.
okay, but if you guys could like maybe not,
We'll pretend that we don't know you.
yeah, like maybe don't
Oh,
listen
you
to
guys
me.
going to eat? I can eat. I'll be right with
No,
you.
No,
Captain.
no.
So with that,
No.
there's a knock at the door.
I'll go get it.
Don't open it. It might be that damn baboon.
Well, if it is, I'll
That's
send him
good.
your way. Go check the door.
Okay. So you open the door to find a very well-dressed, attractive, small gnome at the door.
Be lost.
No, I think I'm right where I need to be. You're
Okay.
Ooh, lady.
you're Smudge.
Yes.
Yes.
And you are.
Well, I suppose I'm Payday, and she hands you a small bag that has a rattle to it like there's jewels inside.
I smell jewels.
Oh,
I'll rush to the front door.
yeah. Anise. Alma
What?
told me. And she puts the bag in your hand.
Terrible choice.
And you know my name.
Alma
Everybody in
has
town knows your name, sweetie.
Alma sent me. She said you might also be looking for some. There might be an opportunity for employment.
Is what exactly?
Well, Alma said perhaps you may be taking on further missions for Kelmarane, and I'm looking sort of for a job, and she said there was some decorating and maybe some housework
Jesus.
that needed to be done.
You want to work for us.
Decorating, I think we've got covered because
One
Gellhenk has
is
got
pulling
kind of.
on Shazzy's leg. Going, hire her, for the love of God, hire
You
her,
pulling on my leg?
hire her.
Get off me,
please,
you
please,
horny
please,
gnome.
please, hire her.
Well, what are your qualifications exactly?
I don't care, hire her.
Shut up.
She says she says her name is Sebnet Gleamglass,
Good enough. She's hired.
and that she has worked for Alma for about 2 years now, doing similar duties back in Katapesh.
She said duty.
but that Alma had called for her, and she arrived recently, and yeah.
All right. I just look to the others like, do we, other than Keplin?
I have my own place to stay. Like I would show up in the morning and do whatever's required here. I understand you may be going away, so I could take care of the place while you're gone.
Ooh. Could you make
yeah,
sure
that's
nobody
great.
goes
Go.
into my room? There's a lot of traps in there.
Oh! I can stay clear of
That's
that.
very true.
That's no problem.
I just kind of totally ignore this lady at the door. I'm like, Gellhenk, we going or what?
Yeah, they can deal with this.
Okay, so I'll say, Shazzy, can you maybe split up the purse? We'll be back.
How's everybody making me do things? When did I become the de facto?
I'm
Anise,
not
hand over the
sure,
gemstones.
I'm not sure that I trust Anise with a bag of gems. All I'm saying.
Anise.
If
I look
you'd
at the
like,
chat, you're like,
I can certainly divide those for you. Sebnet says.
But all right.
let her divide it. Let her divide it. That'd be a great job for her. She can keep
Keplin,
honest.
go
Keplin.
take a cold shower.
Keep it in
You
your
smell.
pants, please.
Why don't you people ever do anything I ask? Why am I always last in your considerations? Clearly, this young
Because
lady
we
needs a
didn't think
job.
of
It
you.
would be inhumane of us not to hire.
Sure,
The
Gellhenk,
problem is you think you're in
Yeah.
the least of our considerations, but you're not.
Bingo, you walk by and maybe Gellhenk, you just step over Sebnet. She's just little. Like it's just okay. We're getting through the door. Bye.
once we get away from the house,
Have
a little way,
fun, kids.
Yeah, once you get away from the house.
I say, I look over and I say, okay, we gotta find Zastoran. Is he in town?
Yeah, he has a potion shop in town.
Okay, so the two of us are gonna head over there while they're doing this.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
I suppose we can hire you.
You don't have to pay me. Alma said she can't really afford any more expeditions or sort of heroic endeavors, but that maybe my services could be.
Oh, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down, sweetheart. Allow me to discuss with my companions, please.
Of course.
Just
Of course.
grab,
What's to discuss? Just hire. No.
grab the three of you and take it to the office.
Yeah. Well, she steps outside.
Oh, okay.
So we
She
don't have
doesn't
to
look
pay
like
her?
a slave, right?
Did you see her ears and her eyebrows? How can you say no to that?
I say no to you all the time.
You people are so mean. It's just mean.
Who
I'm
you
okay
calling
with
you
not
people?
paying her.
So, her services are coming in trade of Alma not paying us.
Hmm.
I haven't got paid for anything I want. I don't need money. You know that.
Yeah, well, the rest
I
of
have
us
a bar
lack...
that gives me all the booze I want. I have a nice, comfortable place to sleep here, and the desert's my friend. What more do I need?
Oh, I'm
All
keeping
I
a
need now is
tab.
maybe some
I
companionship.
would see maybe a shower. Start there.
No, he bathes all the time. He's always washing the river. Whenever he gets a chance, he is not a dirty man.
He is
Okay.
kind of dirty right now, though.
I may have having some dirty thoughts right now. I look at it. How many times you told me I need to get laid, and now here's a perfect opportunity.
Okay,
Ah.
I don't
yes,
think those are the
but...
types of
You Daddy,
services.
I got you.
I don't know that
issue
that's the kind of
is-
services
provides
that she's
that.
offering.
My issue is that she is an indentured servant on behalf of somebody who wants to not pay us to go get ourselves killed. That is where the problem is.
Why do you always have to use the moral high ground against me? Damn it, you're right.
We can sell her body parts for money.
I mean, we could, yes, but I
You need
think
to
she may
stop-
be attached to them currently.
Look at this. You need to stop talking. That's just sick.
I know I've ignored a lot of the stuff that you two have been up to lately, but damn.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
just,
in the black trade body part market anymore.
We could be.
Not
Oh.
anymore. You know how that ended.
Again, Anise, you need to stop talking.
Do you feel like the bag of gems you're holding, even just from its weight and maybe you've been rolling around your hand a bit. There are definitely 12 gems inside. No more, no less.
Well, she was brought all the way here. I think we should pay her for her services rather than expecting Elma to just trade this person for services.
I'm fine with
rendered.
that. I'm fine with
I
that.
reach in my little pocket. I pull out 5 gold coins. There, I'll pay for her.
It's not how that works.
Wait a minute. That
And
came
also
out wrong.
phrasing.
That's not what I meant. I meant I will pay for her to clean the house. Sorry, that came out wrong.
A little
Sorry.
bit. Just a little bit.
Pretty steep. I only charge 1 gold piece.
Well, we all know you're cheap, darling.
I can be.
All right, so are we in agreement then that we will pay her and take it up with Elma later?
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
Like it or not, we're involved in whatever the hell is going on.
Which is some
Is Elma broke?
bullshit. I'm starting to think so, yeah. She probably... What you're holding in your hand is the last of her fortune.
What kind of gems are they?
Did you open the bag?
Mm.
Yeah, they're by no means diamonds, sapphires, or rubies. You think you could probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 gold pieces for each gem inside.
She is broke. I'll just take 2.
I'll take 2 for myself, 2 for Smudge, 2 for Keplin, and
Yep.
set aside the 4 for Gellhenk and Bingo.
Yep.
All right, well, we agree, so we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you open the door?
Yep.
We reopen the door.
Yep. So she's got her back to the door, but as she opens it, she turns around.
We have decided to take you on as our housekeeper, but we are going to pay you for your service.
Oh, of course. I mean, you don't have to. That's
Oh, I know we don't.
Yeah,
But it feels weird
We kind of do.
having Elma use you as a bargaining chip.
Kind of lean over to her. Have you smelt the halfling? We probably better pay you.
There is that as well.
well. Okay. I'll leave you. Enjoy your night, and I'll be back in the morning.
Wait a minute.
Where do you
eaten?
live?
Have you eaten yet? Maybe you and I can go to dinner and talk.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
we're all standing behind him, just going,
You guys are gonna cock block me, aren't you?
You know,
Cock
there's
block
this
by
little
my
thing that came out a couple years called the Me Too movement, where people in power were abusing people below them. I'm just putting that out there as sort of a...
Well, then don't make this horrible yet. I mean, none of
Comment.
that's happened at this time.
Just putting it out there.
She's a gnome. I'm a gnome. We're-
Before she notices you guys all like waving her off, she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, let's go for dinner. I happen to have it in with the bartender up at the. Let's go.
You don't.
You
We
be on
hate
your
you at
best
the bar.
behavior.
She
'Cause
says,
if I have to come
"She
up there,
says, that's the knoll, right?"
Don't
He's
worry about it.
not that bad.
I heard he's in with one of the clans in the hills.
He was. It's okay. That jackal just. All he does is shortchange me on my points. That's all he does. Don't worry about him at all. Come on. Besides, my friends and I will protect you. You're good.
Okay.
And I
So
guess we go to supervise?
We
All
should
right.
Definitely.
Oh, is that what we're calling cock
let-
blocking now? Supervise?
Yeah.
Let's
Hey,
jump over.
I work at the bar, okay? I'm just gonna go mix drinks.
Let's jump over to Gellhenk and Bingo. So you head over to Zastoran. He's just sort of closing up for the night. He smiles as he sees the two of you coming over. And you know, people in the streets know the two of you because you've been sort of like the bouncers and sort of the, guarding caravans coming in and out for the last year or so. So, you get waves and nods and hey, all that kind of stuff. So Zastoran sees you.
You want to do the talking, or you want me to do the talking?
You're the one that came to me in a dream with all these plans, so
Yeah, I came to you in a dream. Okay. Hey, Zastoran.
Yes.
Oh,
I haven't had time to make any more potions. You've cleaned me out.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not here about that.
Oh,
I'm looking for something I lost.
what, you think I have it?
I think you might know where it is.
He, like, looks up and down the street, leans in a bit. What? I didn't take anything from you and your friends. If anything, Anise took something from me, maybe.
Took something from you. What would she take from you?
Well, I've just
You
heard.
name it.
There's rumors. She's light with the fingers.
Uh-huh. That's true.
What do you look? What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for a sword.
Sword. I don't sell weapons. I don't have a sword.
You've never seen this sword. I'll describe it.
That's your sword.
Yes,
I thought you got rid of it.
I got rid of it. No, it was misplaced.
Oh,
Someone took it.
well, how can I help you with that? Bingo, you're. He looks at Gellhenk for help. Like, what am I to do here? Like,
Rough him up. Rough him up.
do you happen to know anything about this situation? You said you thought he got rid of it. Why would you think that?
well, I saw him with it back when we were out at the monastery, and he points out in the direction that the old ruined monastery is. And then he didn't have it when we came here to Kelmarane.
Somebody may have whispered in his ear that it's somewhere buried. Would you happen to know of that, or where somebody might know about something like that?
Or, I don't know anything about it being buried.
Insight.
Okay, roll an insight check.
I'm not good at this. Hold on.
That's okay. I
Well,
don't know,
pretty good.
you think he's telling the truth? He doesn't know where it's buried.
I'm out of ideas.
I thought you knew where this thing was.
No, it was a dream.
And okay. And what happened in this weird dream that you had where you suddenly became big?
Well, you were there.
Sure, why don't you just remind me?
You told, and this is I'm not saying this right in front of him.
Okay, so do you pull her? You
Yeah.
sort of walk away a bit. He goes back to closing up the shop.
Can you remind me exactly? I can't remember exactly what you said.
The Gellhenk told you that that green stuff helped you find it before. If you could get the green stuff again.
But also said something about it being. But Zastoran might know something about it.
And most importantly, if you get the sword back, you get her.
The green stuff that was all over his the chambers he was given at the monastery for the time you were there. I mean, he cleaned all that up.
Okay.
And he is an alchemist.
Okay. So I'll say, okay, break. I turn back to Zastoran. I say, do you remember that liquid that I had in my ear that was kind of in your chamber?
Yes.
Do you have any of that on hand?
Of course I kept some of it, but what do you need it for? I can't figure out what it's for.
Well, we're gonna do some research on it, and I would appreciate if maybe not all of it. I don't need all of it that you have, just maybe a little bit to inspect.
And a funnel, if you happen to have a funnel.
Funnel? Okay, well, he motions for you to come in. He goes to the back. He goes to the back. He unlocks a cabinet, sort of down on the bottom. He pulls out a box and opens the box, and inside there's some very tightly packed vials of a very. Remember when you looked in the pipe and you got blasted with the ooze and the? Yeah, it looks like that.
Not blasted.
It's sort of a mustardy olive color, lumpy. He's like this liquid.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
It's some sort of ooze or.
Yeah, I'll may I just take it out of his hand if he's not?
Yeah, as you reach for it, he pulls it back. He goes, "Whoa! You and your friends have been very helpful, but maybe I give you this. You owe me something, right?"
Yeah, sure. Throw in the funnel and we'll do whatever. We gotta go. We got stuff to do.
He's like, "Funnel, yes." So he digs behind the counter. He brings out a funnel. He gives you a small box with the 4 green vials in it, and just sort of pushes it across with the funnel on top. He's like, "Keep the funnel. I have a few."
Awesome. We're gonna go, and if you need us, you know where we are. Just be cool about this. If you don't want to maybe tell anybody, that would be real good.
Oh yes, we'll keep it on the down low.
Inside check.
Okay.
Because you're so good at them.
Hey, last one wasn't bad.
He does not keep it on the down low.
5.
Yeah, you believe him.
Okay.
He's like, but you also think, like, maybe he already has something in mind for you, like, but he doesn't ask of it right now. He's just like, "Yep, we'll be in touch."
Okay, you know where to find us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go, Gellhenk.
Okay.
So move down. Like, do you want to just do this in the alley here? What are we doing?
That's why I got the funnel. We're on the go, man. We gotta get to this restaurant before
All right, we got on a slide, and I pop my head over like this. Go.
And you pour it in, and you're like, glug, 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 glug.
Not too much, though, because I don't know what this stuff really does, so just, like, maybe half a vial.
Half a vial? Okay. Okay. I like it.
I give it a switch.
Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
I'd love to. 17?
Okay. You don't feel any different.
All right, maybe we should...
It's running out of his ear.
I wipe his ear down a little bit, and I'm like, okay, let's go. We gotta go.
We should we head over to make our dinner appointment? Okay, we're gonna head to the... I'm assuming to the battle market?
Okay, so you go to the battle market. The tavern there is open. You know, you order some food. It's not long before all of your friends arrive, and Keplin is with that little gnome that came to the house.
I let Gellhenk order for me.
Okay.
2 steaks raw.
So everyone eats and drinks?
We just like keep our distance and
Keplin is going to be a
watch.
complete gentleman with the young girl. He's not going to do anything. Just talk normally. That's all. Just ask her about her life, where she's been, what she's done.
Yeah. Can you give me a persuasion check to see how polite and
persuasion? Okay.
How proper you are?
Okay. Yeah. So you learn a little bit of. I'll assume that you relay a little bit about yourself to Sebnet. She relays to you that that she's like the 14th daughter of a family of gnomes in Katapesh, and that times were tough, so her father sold her to Alma a long time ago, and that she has been working for Alma ever since.
Where is she staying?
She stays at Alma's residence.
All right.
She tells you that that she's paid a wage, and it's not maybe as well as others because living accommodations and food and all that are always she never wants for anything like that. So she enjoys the work that she's done with Alma and Alma's household, and yeah, now she's here in Kelmarane, and you know, the remainder of Alma's servants and household will be continue to come here over the coming weeks.
You said she's broke?
She's broke?
Said she couldn't afford you anymore?
No, that was her family that couldn't afford it for her.
No. Sebnet's family.
Oh, my apologies. I misunderstood.
Yeah. Sebnet's family appears to have sold her to Alma long ago. She's been with Alma for probably about 10 years now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to keep on with the dinner and just keep the light, casual conversation. Nothing to.
Yep.
Again, Keplin's going to be a gentleman, not going to do anything bad. And
so what Keplin gets from Sebnet is like very proper. Her etiquette is impeccable. She could probably be some sort of a host or hostess at a very high-end party if need be. She's very good at that sort of thing. You can tell immediately. She has a talent for details, and her like of Alma is genuine, and she knows Garavel fairly well as well. She knows a little bit about Zastoran because Zastoran served in Alma in Katapesh before coming here, and she's pleased to be here. Being put in charge of Kelmarane by the pack masters has been in sort of an elevation in rank for Alma, and she's glad to be here and hopes that Alma's fortunes continue to. What's good for Alma is good for
her. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a job for you actually tomorrow if you want to get started on something. I'm gonna need a bigger
own date.
Yeah, this is my date. Go away.
You're like,
go away, you sticky halfling.
I make sure to pull like Shazzy and Anise like to like a separate table close by so that we can still hear, so that if she gets in trouble, we're there to rescue her, but like far enough away that we're not just all up in their business.
Okay.
Keplin's gonna be a complete gentleman. He's not gonna do anything wrong. He's not gonna like try any moves or anything. He's just sitting there talking with her. He's a gnome that's seen another gnome that he hasn't seen in ages. So this is probably a big deal for him, right? It's like you're a tourist, you see another Canadian, that kind of thing, right? Just a little talk of home.
Okay. Then she even offers to speak in Gnomish for you if you'd like.
Perfect. I'm going to speak in Gnomish with her as well, just because I haven't spoken with Gnomish to anyone in ages. I'm going to tell her about myself, how I live in, like, I tell her I care for the desert. I take care of creatures out there. That's what I do.
I understand every single word.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'm just going to be polite, and that's all he's going to do. He's just talking to someone that he hasn't seen in like she's a beautiful gnome, clearly, but again, and he hasn't seen another gnome in ages, and it's just, it's just refreshing for him. Yeah, no hanky panky, no nothing.
She cannot understand what you see in life outside of a town or city, where there is not amenities and people.
I just explained to her the beauty. I just explained to her the beauty of the. So, actually, sounds like my ex-wife. She was all city, I was all country.
She loves you can tell that she loves being in sort of a setting such as this.
Yeah, her idea of roughing is a 4-star hotel, but really it better be a 5.
Well, her clothing is impeccable. Yep. Her jewelry is obviously silver, gold, like it's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just explained to her about the beauty of of the desert when the sun's coming down. It's beautiful colors.
Okay.
I tell her about how beautiful, like when the creatures, like the chirping of the bugs, the howling. When you see these creatures on their own, just doing their thing, surviving, the beautiful like the majesty of the wild in there. and how me feeling like more of a caretaker, how it gives me a sense of purpose and a sense of, so much like how you take care of a home and make it beautiful, I do the same.
And I will add this, and you can squash it if you like. But during your time there with her, at no point does Keplin feel the need to drink.
Yep, I was gonna say I was gonna stand off the spines. He's like, because he doesn't want to. It's more important that he speaks with this person just so he can have that taste of home.
Okay.
And I'm saying this in a tasteful way, not a.
Let's jump over. Let's jump over to the three amigos.
To the cock blockers.
So as the three, as your three characters sit down, there's an immediate commotion in the bar as people recognize Anise, and they want to know if Anise is serving tonight because the drinks are always better.
Oh.
So they're like, "Are you serving, or are you here on your own?"
Well, I guess I could. How much is that worth to you?
Have fun, Anise.
So you begin to bargain on price. With that, into the tavern arrives like familiar faces, like Volus is there, the cleric, and maybe even Alma shows up at some point. Zastoran is there, and there's sort of a nice moment of community as everyone is chit-chatting and getting to know new people, plotting new devices, etc. And do we stay there for the remainder of the night? Is there anything specific you'd like to occur?
I want to ask Volus how Dashki's doing. I prayed for him. I think it worked, and it made him feel better.
I was not aware, Anise, that you were a follower of Saren Ray.
I am when it's convenient to me, mostly.
Oh dear Lord.
He's about to. You can tell he's about to go like, that's not how it works. But he just stops, and he goes, "The Dawnflower will take what she can get, I think."
So is he doing any better?
He's still stable. He hasn't woken though. You're welcome to come and visit him afterwards if you'd like. Once you're done.
I take your word for it.
Very well. Very well. Can I ask where you? I noticed when you were giving prayers earlier, you had a token of Saren Ray.
Oh yeah, this thing.
He's like,
I found it.
You found it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not yours.
Well, it is now.
Someone walking by is like, nothing is hers.
Nothing yet. Everything is mine. I found it when we cleared the city. You're welcome, by the way. But
the followers of Saren Ray are very, very in debt to you. No doubt. In fact, if you were to ever find more relics of Saren Ray like this, we would certainly reward you for them being returned to the church.
how much is this worth?
Well, I wouldn't want to take that one away from you. I mean, Saren Ray's light
not.
shines upon you while you have it. But I mean, if you were to sell something like that, I mean, we could, depending on the quality and the material, maybe 20, maybe as high as 100 gold, depending on the.
Very interesting. I'll keep it for now.
He smiles at you and heads off to speak with someone else. Bingo and Gellhenk. Actually, can I have everyone except for Bingo give me a perception check?
I rolled a 7.
You're too enthralled.
Yeah.
Keplin.
Got a 22.
Okay. So listen, Smudge. At some point in the night, you look over at the odd couple, and
Well, who's the odd couple here?
The half orc and the
Yeah,
halfling.
which one?
I wanted to make sure here.
And you can see
Make sure you weren't racist against gnomes.
you can see a little bit of something running down. Running down from Bingo's ear.
And have I seen that before from him?
Yes. Yeah, it jogs a memory of when you were at the and I forget who cast Lesser Restoration, but someone cast Lesser Restoration on it. It might have been Zastoran.
Probably.
That you paid to cast it, but yeah.
I would point this out to Shazzy because I'm assuming that I'm sitting with Shazzy because I was trying to have a conversation with her.
I think you, Shazzy, and Anise are sitting together.
Well, Anise is tending bar, so.
Oh, did you go to attend bar? You are attending bar?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, it looks like that stuff that you had before. When we were still back at the monastery.
Oh, yeah.
How did he get into that again?
Did Gellhenk notice?
No.
Oh, great.
Gellhenk has not noticed. I thought that would be the
It's like a Flintstone style rib, just like.
I don't know how he'd get back into that. That's real odd.
Okay, well, that's definitely something to look into because that's a bit worrisome.
Yeah.
He hasn't left anywhere for the last couple of days. We've been with him, so I know he didn't go back there, but.
Go back where?
To the monastery?
The monastery. No, of course not.
Eat your food, boy.
Isn't what I would have chosen, but okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can keep an eye on it for now.
Okay. I mean, sure. We're both pretty observant, so it's no problem.
So,
But-
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would show her the drawing that I did that Keplin had.
Yep.
Does this look like a djinn that I may have seen in the book or anything?
Yep. Absolutely. It's one of the 5 Templars.
This
Oh,
is who he
shit.
saw?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I told you.
Shut up, you're not here.
Shut up! Shut up!
Like, I know that we've been working together a bit over the year, but, like, I don't know that if we've ever talked about it or not, like, really.
Well, this is one of the 5 Templars.
From the mural, right? Back at
Yeah.
the monastery?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
just bringing up his info. Sorry, I thought I
Yeah.
had it in another place, and it's not. So, give me
Anise,
just-
can we get 2 more spicy pesh martinis over here?
Coming right up.
Well, she takes out, like, a journal that she's been keeping track of all the, like, adventures that the parties had and stuff like that. And also, when the caravan came back into town, did Garavel show up in all of this nonsense tonight, too?
You believe he is in town, but he is not here.
Okay. That's another conversation then.
So, Zayifid
Mhm.
is one of the 5 Templars. So he served Nefeshti, who is a jinn, a genie, a wind genie, an air
Okay,
genie.
so that's the air one. Okay.
But so remember, there was also Cardswan, who you fought. He was also.
And he was fire, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2 of them.
So
But just like frantically scribbling all of this down as you're explaining this.
what you know of Zayifid from the book, and that is he was Nefeshti's spy and diplomat. He was a messenger.
Okay, that makes sense because he did bring a message.
And he represents the west wind upon which secret thoughts were hidden or carried.
And
Did he say he was
Nefeshti,
coming back?
no. So Nefeshti, what do we know about Nefeshti?
From all you know about Nefeshti is that there was a time where there was a powerful Afridi in this region. That's a fire genie who was trying to gain a great deal of power and amass an army, and Nefeshti stood against that genie.
Okay.
So-
And wait a minute, is Nefeshi the one that like got immortality because sorry, I don't have my notes for that. Are they the one that got the immortality from their followers?
Hold on a sec. The Templars of the Five Winds served a powerful genie princess named Nefeshti, a great genie noble whose designs upon Assyrian and Katapesh have had good and bad consequences, the people would tell you.
Okay.
There is a song known as the Song of Edrahu, which suggests that the Templars' immortality came from a powerful wish uttered by Nefeshti in antiquity, stating that so long as the warriors retained her favor, they would live forever. And this result also granted the names. It granted them their names that you now know, Zayifid and Cardswan. But and then what you know about them is there was Davashum, and Davashum is an amoral, deadly creature that served Nefeshti as sort of like an executioner. There was Cardswan, a scout and traveler of the plains. There was Pazvan, who was Nefeshti's advisor and spiritual guide. There was Vardashal, the general of Nefeshti's armies.
Mhm.
And then there was Zayifid, who was sort of her spy and diplomat.
Okay.
And I think under, let me just double check this. Under checks, that information should be opened up for DC 13, 16, 20, and 25 for history or religion checks, which you guys have succeeded. So the Templars of the Five were said to be particular enemies of the cult of Ravagug, god of destruction, and many tales of their triumphs recount battles against the spawn of that vile religion and the Five. And that the Five were all Jans, which are sort of like, if a tiefling follows from some sort of a fiend's bloodline, a Jan follows from a genie's bloodline, and then on top of that, they were granted, as I already mentioned, immortality, as long as they served Nefeshti.
Okay, so that brings up a couple problems then, because that means that if their immortality comes from that, we didn't actually get rid of Cardswan.
No, we didn't. And it also begs the question of why Zayifid...
Why was he locked up here?
This is not. Please don't think this is like, oh, a couple, dozen years ago these guys were around. This is like antiquity.
No,
this
was
like
a long
history.
time ago. Yeah.
I mean, in my field, things like granting favor and living on immortality, a lot of it is metaphorical too. As in,
right, we're all just stories in the end.
The name lives on.
Also, in the song suggests that the Templars' immortality came from a wish that Nefeshti gave, stating that as long as the warriors retained her favor, they would have immortality.
And they were corrupted, at least.
Well, you're not sure. Cardswan died. I think it was Gellhenk that finished him, didn't she?
No, it was me. I stabbed him in the
Was it
face
you?
with my little tiny dagger.
No, that was the demon underneath the chapel. Different creature. That demon was using Cardswan, but
they weren't the same thing. Oh, okay. Then it was Gellhenk. Okay.
Smash.
So either they've been corrupted or something else is going on. Yeah.
But
do I know, so like with my study of like songs and history and things like that, would I know the Song of Erdu?
Yes.
Edrahu?
Yes. You could even sing it.
Are there actual words to it, or is it just a thing?
I don't have that. Or if I have that, I don't have it. But we can say that you know it.
Okay.
Because it's a song about the Templars of the Five Winds, and we've already learned all about them through Shazi's book and whatnot.
So they lost Nefeshti's favor, or it's a metaphor for a bloodline.
Weird's going on, for sure. Somehow we're all tangled up in it now.
But it begs the question of why Zayifid would come here, warn us about a Knoll incursion that is forthcoming.
Well, okay, so if Cardswan had lost her fever and we took care of it, maybe that get us fever with her? And she warned us?
But why come under the guise of Sarenrae?
Well, okay, are you gonna believe that some random Jane just walked in and was being nice about it?
Yeah.
Because I know I wouldn't.
But after the way he acted with Keplin,
I don't know. I don't have any answers. I just presenting the information that I do have so that it's rolling around in more than just my noodle. Because I don't know. We need more information for sure.
I'm gonna reread my book. Just at the bar, pull it out of my bag and start reading again.
Okay.
I just like I
Denise.
start like handing you like pens and stuff so you can take notes and shit.
so you know, Gellhenk and Bingo are too busy eating meat. Our little gnome Keplin is trying to be everything he can be for Sebnet. And Shazzy and Smudge seem to be like in a deep conversation going back and forth. And you know, you're maybe drinking, just gave some locals some drinks, and Alma comes over to you and says, did you get the gems? Sebnet?
Oh, yes, of course. They're really pretty. What about that little gnome lady you sent to our house, though?
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, I know that you've made yourself a home here, and I maybe made too much of an assumption, but do you and your friends intend to go and investigate what that stranger told you?
Well,
I mean, someone's got to
there's.
take care of your place while you guys are running around doing what you do.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it. Um, but there's some additional information about that individual. Um, we should talk about. He's not who he says he is necessarily.
The stranger that came.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know
He's sort of.
who he is?
I think so. Shasi could probably give you more information, but he's rolled away, apparently,
Swirled away?
and turned into a djinn of sorts.
Oh.
Very strange, but we don't know if we should
What do you think a
pursue
djinn?
his lead.
What do you think a djinn would want here?
Well, I don't know. We did
Why would
fight one.
they warned you about the mountain, didn't they? Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would a djinn? Oh, I need to consult the cards.
Yes, or maybe we should talk to the rest of our group. Also, that gnome, is she our slave now?
No, no.
That's a lot of responsibility. But if you have other slaves, tall, dark, handsome men, you can send them our way. Yeah. If you have extra
If
slaves.
you
Sleep at night.
No.
if you'd like, there is a harem that has recently been set up here in town. We can certainly have them send some gentlemen your way if that's what you're looking for.
I mean, I wouldn't complain, but she was really cute, so I figured, why not ask?
She goes. She looks over at Keplin. She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't like." She goes, "Wait a minute. That old man isn't
Do we hear this conversation going on while we're sitting at the bar?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Keplin's old.
I don't judge. Age is just a number. We should talk to the rest of the group. But yeah, no, if you want to send any other of your servants, we won't complain.
Well, listen. The leader, the gentleman that you need to talk to, Eduardo. You just go and tell him what you need, Anise, and you name drop me.
Oh. Taking notes.
And I'm sure Eduardo will take care of you. Or he'll have someone take care of you.
I am enjoying this conversation, but we should probably talk to everyone else.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you walk her over?
Yeah, I'll walk her over to Chassis.
Okay.
And Smudge.
So, things sort of reach there's a pause in everyone's conversation, and you just realize that Alma's there with Anise, and everybody has, is suddenly together. Maybe the tavern is even starting to sort of slow down for the night. Some people have left.
So Alma was wondering if we're going to investigate whatever is past the mountain.
We just have like half the bar covered in notes at this point.
Yeah. Does Shazzy have the book out?
I got the book out. I've got like a flat version of that guy with the thing that I reference all the fucking time, and I really should find out what it actually is from.
You have like strings
and the picture,
from one book to the other.
The picture that Smudge drew, and okay,
yeah, like Smudge has got her own little journal out, and she's just like scribbling furiously, and like
Sebnet crawls up on a stool and sort of looks down at your table, and she's like, "Oh, this all looks very interesting."
Yeah.
So, Zayifid turned into that, and I'll just point at the picture.
Okay, Alma looks at that.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So Shazzy, as you're sitting there, like Sebnet's right in there. She's like turning pages on the book. Where did you find this?
Around. What are you doing?
As that happens, some of your notes maybe slide out, and she sees that symbol from your mother's grave. She goes, "I've
going to ask Arabelle.
I've seen this before."
Yeah, it's on a grave in the graveyard.
Oh, it's on a wall in Katapesh.
What?
Where in Katapesh?
Well, not far from where I grew up. In the poor section.
Well, that's where I grew up, so I elaborate a little bit.
Okay, so she sort of gives you an idea of where in the city she saw it.
Okay, so would I have seen it then?
No, you've never seen it. But she tells you, like, it's in a bit of a slummy part of the city, and it's down just an alleyway. There's a wall, and it's quite large. Like, it takes up the entire wall. I always thought it was a flower. Is this a flower?
How would I have missed that?
Sort of, I guess. What?
Do you know anything about it? Like, what does it mean? Anything?
No.
And like the neighborhood that she describes.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know every alley there. There's a lot of alleys.
No.
There's also a lot of buildings that come and go there, being a poorer part of town. Like, not everything. There's some temporary temporary tents and bivouacs and things like that. And yeah, she says, my brothers, sisters, and I, we all thought it was a flower. We kind of liked it.
That's what I thought it was as well, but I don't recognize it from any genius that I'm aware of.
In the morning, I can check with Garavel. I had him looking while he was in Katapesh.
Alma says Garavel and Philippide are already on their way back to Katapesh.
They didn't stay?
I think we need
Okay, I
more
understand.
troops from what you said, and
Damn. Do we have
Garavel-
runners here?
Garavel is a loyal servant to the Pack Masters as well as myself, and I thought that that was the best person to send.
Ned, are you into older gentlemen by any chance?
Oh my god, Anise, we got a little bit of a crisis here, and you're worried about a sugar daddy?
I'm just
Se-
wondering.
Sebnet looks up. She goes, I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about that.
I'll just kind of look over at Keplin. You know, like,
Yeah. She blushes, full red. From. She's like, well. Oh. I don't.
didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
She's awkwardly sitting on the stool now, feeling like everyone is looking at her.
Taking notes.
I'm looking at her like,
I can guarantee that Shazzy and Smudge are not looking at her.
Okay.
They're
okay.
looking at the mess in front of them.
Yeah. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling here because there's so much.
We either have too much information or not enough. I can't figure out which one it is.
Yeah. So Keplin, the guy from yesterday is one of the 5 Templars.
that would
Remember
make
that big
sense.
mural
Yes.
that we saw.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And I just kind of like regale them with all of the information that we've sort of assembled, but we're having trouble putting the pieces together. Are
So
they
you
Like,
see
well,
Alma-
Alma's there too and stuff. You know, maybe
I
she's
don't
got
know
some
if we can-
insight.
I don't know if we can trust him.
Well, no, of course not. But the question is, did he warn us on purpose to actually protect us? Or, well, now that Alma said that they're bringing troops in, like, are they limiting the troops there by bringing them here so they can attack there? I'm stuck. There's too much.
Where is... So, Katapesh is like way south of us, right?
Katapesh is
Right
on
now?
the coast. Yeah, it's to the east. It's way out on the coastline.
Are we between that mountain and Katapesh?
No. So Katapesh is on the coast, and as you move inland, you reach the foothills, which is where Kelmarane is, and then you move further into the mountains, and then Pale Mountain is there.
So yeah, we're in between Katapesh
And you
and
guys
the mountain.
learned on the backside of Pale Mountain is an old temple to Ravagug
Mm-hmm.
called the House of the Beast.
You think we're up for a road trip that none of us want to go on?
Definitely
Oh,
gonna have
man,
to
let's
Just-
go for a walk.
Shazzy, just think of all the things that you could find in there and use that as fuel for the fire, because otherwise we're never going to get out of this town. You can catalog that tomb for another year and probably still not learn what we're going to learn there.
Alma, we thought that maybe you were giving us Sebnet because you're broke and don't want to pay us anymore.
She is in. You can tell that, like,
Way to
she's just
insult
caught
people.
entirely off guard.
That makes me stop what I'm doing and just kind of like look up at her, waiting.
If you want to pay us with
She grabs
servants,
whoever
I
has
mean,
the near. She grabs whoever has the nearest by drink and downs it, and then she says, the rebuilding of Kelmarane has been attacks on my limited household. That being said, I'm not broke, but it will take some time, for the taxing of
Limited.
Katapesh and that to bring the water back up to the level that I'm perhaps used to.
like I said, if you want to pay us in servants, tall, dark, and handsome, that's totally fine. We will take
No.
it.
No, we won't.
I'm merely
Keplin's heard enough.
The
Keplin's
household-
gonna ask,
the household
ask to
here-
escort the little lady home.
she agrees to that. So the two
Yeah,
of you
so
leave.
let's
And
just go. I And I
Alma
apologize for my fury.
Alma sort of reaches to stop her and then decides not to, and then turns back to you and she says, "It's a bit of a delicate subject, but I mean, my home here, just doesn't require the upkeep that my home in Katapesh required. Rather than, I just thought this was a solution for you if you intend to be leaving Kelmarane for any amount of time, but also for myself, so that
Yeah, it's fine. We're going to take the girl on. You don't have to worry about that. You're not bringing slaves here, though, are you? There's a couple of us that might have a problem with that.
Just a little bit. A little bit.
Slaves if she's paying them a wage, though.
I have been paying away. I come from a place where slavery is not upheld, so I'm not comfortable with that. I understand that, the streets of Katapesh. That's very much
screw up there.
Mm-hmm. That's very much a thing. And she motions to Gellhenk and Bingo. She's like, I didn't try to maintain any kind of hold over anyone that was indebted under those laws.
I'm just like watching Jazzy.
She seems very uncomfortable with the idea. But she says, I mean, that is how Sebnet came to be in my household. I try to give her the best. I tried to give her the best life that I could, and we no longer, have any sort of documentation of ownership or that. I employ her now.
She's not a slave anymore. That's the important part. That is what I was asking. She's not a slave anymore. It's her own person.
But as distasteful as it is, there are people coming here from Katapesh. She says, not from my household per se, but understand that, like, the caravans that are coming in and out of Kelmarane, there are slaves among them.
Not for long.
Not for long is right.
Breaker of chains, chassis.
She
Speaks
says
highly of you, so clearly you take care of her.
It's not. I come from the north, and in my homeland and upbringing, that just was not the case.
Thank you for
However,
honesty.
out of character.
Thank you.
You guys, I'll put on my my moose horn.
Out of character moose?
You guys, I'll put on my moose horn. Katapesh, the Katapesh economy is driven on
by slavery. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that much, but well, that's a separate thing to deal with when we get back. So I'm looking at Jazzy.
Are we investigating this thing, Jazzy?
Why are you all looking at me? You all are your own people.
Well,
you're the leader.
Anyways, Alma takes her leave of you and is obviously distraught. And she does say to you that, like, you have no requirement to go and check the mountain. The Packmasters will send more guards, and we will make Kelmarane more defensible. We've already...
You ever heard the phrase, curiosity killed the cat? I happen to be a cat.
I thought you were a skunk.
A skunk. Curiosity also killed a skunk.
Well, either way, Alma says, I can't ask you to do it.
Fuck all y'all.
So, but if you choose to go, I wish you all the protection in the world.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we're going.
She takes her leave at that point.
Well, we should all do shots.
Shots.
It's now just the group of you. They've closed down the battle market. Kurlik
Keplin's taking that girl home.
Kurlik is cleaning everything up. Oh, that's right. Keplin's left. So yeah, Keplin,
He just takes her home.
You walk her
Polite
back to
conversation.
Alma's. It's not really an estate, but it's certainly a very large. It's one of the largest houses on the hill. So,
yeah. Make sure she gets to her home safely. Like, I'm sure there's some door that she has to go through, and just make sure she gets there safely. I say goodbye like a perfect gentleman. No hand touching. No nothing. I don't know what I don't know what a gnome goodbye would be like, or whatever that is, but like a bow or whatever they would do customary to say goodbye. I say I hope that maybe we can have dinner again some other time. I apologize for my friends, especially Anish. She can be a bit vulgar, but
she says, I enjoyed the company. It was nice to speak Gnomish again. I don't get the opportunity very often.
No, same with me. That's what I really enjoyed. Thank you so very much. And with that, I bid you good night. And
she
turn to leave.
She says, she's not a forest gnome.
Yep.
Right. You're pretty sure she's a rock gnome.
Yep.
And rock gnome. So she reaches out and offers you a what looks to be like a glass marble.
Oh, thank you.
She says, I have a talent for making, well, baubles, and she puts the marble in your hand, and you're pretty sure it's made of glass. But in the starlight and the moonlight, you can already see that there's all kinds of little facets inside the glass bead, and it reflects and catches the light quite nicely.
I tell her it's beautiful, and I thank her very much for it. Is there any kind of plant in the area, like that would have a flower that could bloom a flower?
So Alma's walls around her house have some sort of climbing ivy all over it with flowers. We'll say.
I make it bloom its flower. I use like my Druidcraft. What's it?
Druidcraft.
Yeah, to make a flower, and I pick the flower and I give it to her as a gift for gift.
She thanks. She smiles. She thanks you. She blushes again and quickly goes inside.
Yeah. And then I go back to the bar where my friends are to see what we're gonna do next.
Okay, everybody else is back at the bar. Everyone has left. Even Kurlik has sort of headed to his quarters for the night and told Anise to lock up.
Pass shots!
When I get to the door,
You're cut off. You're not part of this.
So you drink?
Mudge does not drink.
Heavily.
I'm gonna see if Gellhenk wants to take our leave for the night before all this happens.
Okay.
I'm hoping that the drink will somehow make the puzzle make sense. You know how you have to like soften your gaze to see the 3D picture?
Yeah, for the seeing eye pictures.
That is what I'm doing.
Okay.
Like shelve it in the bubble in the ball cage?
Yes.
So where would this Eduardo be located?
There's a building in town where people can go for that sort of entertainment.
Oh no.
What time are they open till?
Oh, I don't think it closes.
It's a harem. It's always open.
Interesting. Well, I gotta lock up, guys, and enjoy your last drinks.
Like, make sure Shaz got all of her shit together because she's drunk.
Okay.
To go home, but you can't stay here, motherfuckers.
You don't have to go home. Listen, Gellhenk and Bingo. That stuff you put in your ear, you don't think it's working, like.
Yeah, I was gonna try and get outside and See if I
Yeah,
feel it.
the two of you step out. You don't think it took.
Hey,
You,
hit me
you
with
think
it.
you think you
Hit
could
me with
probably need
another
more.
I don't think it's working.
I say to him, we got to step this into high gear. We got to get that sword tonight before everybody wants to leave. I'm pouring it all in there. Head over, man.
Oh,
We need
no.
to get this so we can free the slaves.
What
We gotta go.
orifice are we using? You do have a funnel. You do have a funnel.
Every single one just overflowing with green ooze.
Up the butt.
We gotta go.
Up the butt. Please.
So in an alleyway of Kelmarane, you are slimed to the point that no Constitution save could possibly save you. You feel a very familiar sensation come over you, Bingo. You don't feel alone. It's like you're giving someone a piggyback now. And wherever Shazzy and Kang has hidden the sword, you sort of have a ping to go and find it.
I will use my locate slime to head directly for it.
Did the sword get buried, or was it hidden in the house?
They buried it.
I buried it.
Yeah, we buried it.
Just
Was
like
it at
out in the
that
desert somewhere? Or is it back at the old
It's
monastery?
in the backyard.
old monastery? No, is that where we left?
I thought it was just out in the desert. Like
Oh,
Shazzy
yeah.
would know where because of
Yeah.
the archaeologist stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just out in the desert.
I like
Okay.
that better.
So you guys leave the bar. Is Anise going off to have entertainment?
She's gonna look for this magical place Alma keeps talking
This
about
magical
and telling her
place.
she should go to. Yeah.
Okay,
You know, I
totally.
think if I turn the picture this way, he looks
I'm
better.
making sure that Shazzy gets home safely.
You find a very gaudy looking building, Anise. There is all kinds of drapery and cloth hanging from it, and there are two lanterns with red glass at the front door hanging in the street with the light burning, and the door is unmarked.
I'll knock.
Okay. The door a moment later opens. A half elf man who looks very much like Martin Short opens the door.
Off to a good
I
start.
like this already. Yeah.
Hello, Anise. We've been waiting.
Oh no.
You know me.
Everyone
Of
knows
course,
you.
everybody knows me. I know.
Everyone knows
I
Anise.
joke.
We've been waiting for you to grace our small little business here.
You know why did you never come out and invite me? I
Well,
mean,
discreetness, dear, discreetness.
I see. Well, you know, my parents used to own a brothel, actually. This is very classy. I like
I'm
it.
so excited, I must say.
Why don't you show me around?
Of course. Come right in.
What is he wearing, and does he have like
He's wearing like
anything of
a
value?
pair of yellow silk pants and a very like a crushed orange velvety jacket, but like clearly left open so that you can see his very thin frail form beneath. There's like no fat on his body, and both his nipples are pierced.
Ooh.
Anything
Aw.
of value on him besides
His nipple
piercing?
piercings look very expensive.
Shit. It's gonna be hard to. That's gonna be hard to yoink.
And he's in bare feet. He has his ears are slightly pointed because he's half elven. And his hair is like almost sort of pompadour-y, like way.
So why don't you show me your selection?
Right this way. And he like looks left, looks right, and brings you in and closes the door behind you. And with a clap of his hands, he's like male, female, something in the middle.
Ooh. Hmm.
Maybe a little
Now,
column A, a little column B.
Say one of each.
All of the
you
above.
have
We don't do
tieflings by any
four-leggers.
chance?
We don't do four-leggers. No centaurs, nothing like that.
Tieflings, perhaps?
Oh, I'm sure we can find something in that selection. I actually had some new friends
Bring them
arrive
out.
today. Okay, so it's not long before you're given the option of 3 tieflings.
Oh. And would they be on the house?
On the house?
I give you some free drinks. I get some free services. I scratch your back, you scratch my back? Perhaps?
No, Anise. I like you. I really like you. I'll give you a sample tonight.
Oh,
No
very
charge.
well. I'll just
And then
pick
we'll
one of
talk.
the tieflings.
You're just like that one.
Red, preferably, but they don't
Okay.
have to be.
Whatever
They can
you
be
need,
green,
it's there.
I'll take my sample.
Okay. He and very happy that you're there. How about Shazzy and Smudge and
Just
you
like
guys come out?
guiding Shazzy home by the elbow, like
Okay.
making sure she doesn't wander off somewhere.
I'm telling you, like the hallucinogenics in Pesh.
I got her
It's
other
gonna
elbow,
make
and
you-
I'm looking at Smudge going, this woman
You're
can't
taking
hold her
that
food,
girl
can she?"
home.
You took the
You're
girl
taking
home.
that
You took the
girl
girl
home.
home.
No, we all live the same location. So I was hoping I came back.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
You'll get there eventually. You'll get there
Yeah.
eventually.
All right.
Okay, so
like
you walk
just guiding her, listening to her drunken rant about whatever she's got going on.
Okay.
Hallucinogenics.
Yeah, there you
Hallucinogenics.
go.
There was a lot of passion
Just
involved.
like, yep, doesn't surprise Smudge at all at this point, and just like make sure she gets home, make sure she gets in bed, just
Yep.
like
Moisturize me.
Give
No.
me a perception check, Smudge.
oh dear God.
Okay.
So 22, I think. Yeah.
Please give me my moisturizer, please.
A couple times you think you're being followed. Like you see a shadow duck into an alleyway. But then before you can confirm anything, like Shazzy's like, "Ah!" and her wing gets in your way or something, and you know.
Oh yeah, the
Her
wings
ta-
like one's dragging on the ground, the other's just
Yeah.
like helping me gesticulate my
Angle
points.
is all
as I,
over the
like, big
place, and
movements.
yeah, it's a hot mess.
So
But you get
yeah,
home okay, and when you get home, you're like, like you thought maybe there was someone watching you take her home.
Okay, well, so Smudge gets Shazzy in bed, like, gets her all set up, moisturizes her fucking face so she shuts up,
Mm.
makes sure that she's good to go, because I'm sure this isn't the first time that this has happened in the last year that we've been here.
Shazzy doesn't actually drink all that much,
Neither does Smudge. Smudge doesn't drink at all, so,
but when she does, she goes hard.
yeah. So I'm sure this probably isn't the first time.
Okay.
Just make sure Shazzy's all set, make sure that her, like, all of her notes and shit, like, are on her desk, so she's got everything she needs in the morning.
Mhm.
And then like goes downstairs.
Wait.
And yeah,
I
honey,
need
what's up?
the picture of
Give me- no.
Zayifid.
Before you finish that line, give me a Constitution check, or you're throwing up.
Oh no.
DC will be 14.
17.
You keep it together. You keep it together.
Give me the picture of Zayifid.
But you see her chew it back.
Gross.
Aw.
Here
Sickness.
you
Spicy.
go. Here you go.
Put it against my
What?
face, hoping osmosis will do what it needs to do. Alright, night.
Night, sweetie. Just like, you know.
Ah.
And then like I go downstairs and so because everybody else hasn't gotten back yet, until
Yes.
everybody else is in the house, I sit in the like the entranceway.
Yes.
Or well, I would patrol the like lower floor.
Yeah.
With my tiny ass little dagger that I killed that demon with, which I've renamed Demon's Bite.
Nice, nice.
Niece is not
And-
coming home tonight, so
Yeah,
don't
I
worry
didn't
about-
expect you to come home, but like everybody else, once they get there, like until the rest of the
You know
house
what? You know
is
what?
there,
Make demons bite a +1 dagger.
it is already. It was. That's how I killed that thing.
Let's give it advantage to hit demons then. To hit
Aw,
fiends.
nice.
Okay, I don't know how to do that,
That's
but
good.
sure.
That's fine. We're just make a note of it somewhere so we know you have advantage when you're fighting a fiend with it.
She
Nice.
deserves that since she broke the thing. Where we actually get to say, "Thank God the bard's here."
So listen, as you're
D&D first.
kind of watching out, maybe being suspicious, I take it of like what might have been following.
Fuck yeah! If she was seeing people like following her, and Chazzy's as
You
drunk
never
as
saw
she
a
is,
person. It was
No.
always just like maybe a shadowy form in an alleyway or something like that.
right? But like, it's been a weird day to begin with, and Shazzy's
Okay.
drunk as a skunk. So, yeah, she Smudge
Sure.
protects her friends when she can. She's tiny and swishy, but she does what she can.
Okay.
So that's why she's got Demon's Bite out, and she's just is like patrolling the floor. It's like when
And-
y'all get home, you just find her just walking around with a little fucking dagger.
Okay, and as you're doing that, Smudge keeps like she's got an earworm. The song of Edru just sort of keeps playing over in her
Great.
head.
It's a mind flare.
Let's jump out into the desert.
What'd you say?
It's a mind flare.
So we jump out into the desert and we see that, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a giant vulture that lived at the
Yes,
Yep.
I remember him. Yeah.
I remember
So,
that fucker.
Maybe we see him just circling overhead in the desert, and as we look down in amongst the pesh cactus, Bingo is frantically digging, and Gellhenk is watching or helping.
Once I start to see something like appear, then I help.
Okay,
Not-
okay.
Are you gonna try and steal this from me? Oh, motherfucker.
No,
Maybe
She's not wrecking her nails.
You see some kind
Yeah,
of wrapping. You see some kind of wrapping or that get unburied, and before long, you have that sword again. It's wrapped.
I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take my sword out, and I'm going to wrap it, and bury my sword back where that was.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna switch the scabbards on them because I assume the scabbard's nicer on the other one,
Sure.
or it would be more ornate or whatnot.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
I'm
can
gonna
even
try very hard.
look. I've even got a picture, and this time, this time when you pick it up, you know its name. Its name is Tempest.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it very. I'm gonna try and like put Tempest into a regular scabbard. I'm trying to make it look like a regular, like my normal rapier, even though I know the hilt will be different and whatnot.
Yep.
But I'm gonna try and put it into my so it doesn't look so obvious that I have a different weapon on.
Okay. Gellhenk, do you do anything while he's doing that?
No, I don't want to take it because I have Card Swan's axe. I need him to help me, so I need him to have a good weapon on him. But I do try like help him cover up the hole. Like we need to get out of here before somebody notices we're gone.
Getting some like mobster in the desert vibes right now. We're, like, so after I get the sword, I go, we gotta get this shit out of my ears.
Take a bath for once. I don't know.
I got an idea. Let's get back to the house.
Yeah, post haste. Let's go.
Okay.
Um,
You
6
hightail it.
hours later, when you guys get back,
Yeah. When you get back, is
like
Anise coming home that night?
Oh, Anise is getting the well-rested bonus. She's staying the night.
Doing the walk
Okay.
of shame in the morning.
All right.
There is
And
no shame.
Keplin, you arrive home.
Yep.
Smudge,
Mudge
he's
doesn't
the first.
sleep.
He's the first to arrive. You don't say anything to him.
No, well, I would let him know, like, hey, I think I saw something following us, but just go to bed. I'm gonna stay up until the others get back, And then
Not that
Smudge doesn't sleep until the others get back.
Keplin pulls out his mace and goes, "It's not that damn monkey, is it?"
I don't think it's the fucking monkey. And by the way, the next time you see that fucking monkey, you need to talk to it instead of attack it.
I
You're a
didn't
fucking
attack it the
druid.
last time.
You are the reason that we are in this mess with those monkeys. You attack the monkeys. Your job to fix it.
I will talk.
Go to bed.
So now I start tiptoeing to the thing like Inspector Clouseau expecting Kato to attack him.
Okay.
Go to bed.
I'm tiptoeing to my room. Monkey, don't attack me, monkey. I told you not.
You go into your room, Keplin, and there on the windowsill are 2 monkeys. 2 baboons.
I look at them and I go, "Are we going to be friends or are we going to fight?" And I ask that in monkey. I speak because they're small creatures. I can speak to them.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I go, can we be friends? Or do we have to fight? I would prefer that we be friends.
They don't say anything back to you. They just smile, and one of them puts out a hand.
I kind of, with one hand on my mace, I kind of reach out.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Don't be a cheeky monkey.
Don't be a cheeky monkey.
Don't be a cheeky monkey.
You see it before you put your... He's got a big wad of shit in his hand.
I knew it.
And as
That's
I
how
go
they
to reach out my
communicate.
hand, I hit the little fucker with firebolt.
God damn it!
Don't you try to shit on me, you little bastard! That's what I say to him in monkey. Don't you try to shit on me, you little bastard!
Roll the hit. Roll the hit.
Little son of a bitch!
We've needed an attack all night.
I know. It's a damn monkey.
We're at the
I
end of
tried
the
to be
road.
nice. I tried to be nice. I tried to be nice.
Do you have speak with animals?
Yeah.
I do have speak to him. I tried to talk to him. I was going to reach out and ask him, then he tried to put shit on me, little bastard. Oh, I nailed him the last thing.
You crit him. You crit him.
Oh no.
You blast him out the window.
I look at the other one. I go,
No, he's running. The other one just runs. The other one
Do I
just
hear
runs.
a screaming
That's
monkey
when
from
you
upstairs?
again, I stick my head out the window. I stick my
You
head
know
out the window. You little bastards! Don't ever come back.
Smudge, this is how we're gonna end the night. Smudge is like, just
the
talk to him next
fly out
time.
the window.
And he goes upstairs, and you hear something, and then there's a flash of light outside. The dead monkey falls down. You see it fall in front of the window, and I think that's where we'll wrap it.
When?
We'll be back next week for more prostitution, for more monkey killing.
Sex work. It's sex work. We don't
Pardon me.
shame
For more
sex
sex
workers
work.
here.
Yeah,
I didn't know
there's no shaming here.
prostitution was a bad word.
This was a great
It
night.
just, it just has like a negative connotation to it. Like sex work is just sort of like a generalized thing.
It's the oldest profession.
With new
There's
friends.
nothing
We'll
wrong
be
with
back.
it.
We'll be back with new friends. New friends and dead monkeys.
Oh
Shall we
boy.
rate
tried to be
somebody?
nice. I
We
tried to be
absolutely
nice.
should rate somebody.
Before we go, we'll make mention of our sponsor, Canadian Dice.ca. Use the code OMRD for a 10% discount, and go check them out. CanadianDice.ca. Tuesday, myself and Artemis and Affy, you're playing, aren't you, Affy?
Yeah.
Are going to be over on Team Drew's basement. Playing in sort of a follow-up to what was going to be a one-shot, but everybody knows you never get a one-shot in. So we're going to be over there. And then, tomorrow night is Mistwalkers, right?
Tomorrow night is Mistwalkers, and
And-
the party is heading to Ilatuk, where the Society of Darkon lives. The High Society.
Okay.
We're gonna get arrested, is what she's saying.
Probably.
You can't prove that, can you?
And also, Fixius starts back up on Friday.
Okay. And Fixius is back. That's right. And I think that's all, folks. Let's raid. Do we have anyone we want to raid? Can we raid the Nat 20 show?
Or
Sure.
They're on my like channels. So, there's that.
Usually a
Okay.
good thing to start with.
That is good, right? That is good.
Absolutely.
I don't think I did it. I don't think I
Who
did
we
it
rate
right.
the
though. I
last
don't think I
time? She
did
did
it
a
right.
really great job painting.
Who was that? Darling Creepshow.
Darling Creek
Yeah,
Show.
she did a really great job painting.
Okay, the Nat 20 show. I think I'm gonna do it right this time. We're gonna see. There, I think it's working.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did
Thanks
it.
everybody who dropped by. I know we had some subs drops tonight as well. Thank you very much for that. And we'll see you next Sunday for more Legacy of Fire.
Bye.